But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Oh, my horse. I still love you.
my favorite clip. Oh my God,
that one is one for the ages.
Oh, that is a great one.
Morning, welcome to the Opie and Anthony show.
Hi, everybody. Hi.
What's going on with stupid Iceland?
Still erupting. Ashes are a little lower. People stranded all over. Held at bay from a Earth zit.
An Earth zit popping.
Pretty much. Yeah.
It's affecting the tourist dollars here in New York City. So
tourist dollars.
Let's get those planes back in the air. We need fucking German tourists wandering around Times Square thinking they're seeing New York City.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, really.
You ever
How's
think
the Olive
that
Garden and Friday is going to make any money?
No. You ever think Iceland would be the reason why the Earth would end?
You think it's that serious? The end of the Earth?
Well, they got another. What are they saying? I followed this story all weekend. There's another volcano right next door. That's even worse.
And what is that one bubbling?
That one's
simmering.
Supposedly it's way overdue, and supposedly it's way bigger than this one.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Yikes!
It's way overdue.
See, we're all cool and shit until stuff happens. Until the Earth decides to, like a dog when they shake the water off their back.
Yeah, right.
That's what the Earth does every so often. It goes, and like a bunch of people just fucking die, or shit doesn't work, or.
And us humans think we got it all figured out.
Yeah, we're the best. Look at us. We can fly. Oh, shit. Wait.
Oh,
no,
wait. We can't fly, which means what? Well, which means it'll ruin economies all over the world, which would pretty much destroy everything.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I think England is sending a flotilla over to France.
Right.
To ship people back to England. Like, we have to go back to, like...
the Titanic.
The oldie days.
Yeah, they're taking ferries.
We have to go before aircraft. Technology and ferry people to and from.
Now they haven't flown in a week. Are we up to a week?
Some places, yeah.
I love what airline decided to do test flights, and can you imagine that pilot? Oh, great!
Yeah, I think Lufthansa did some. They're fucking ballsy. They're German, you know. What the fuck?
Well, I got to go take a test flight to see if this fucking plane stays in the air.
See, what do you think the pilots were doing, looking at each other like, huh?
Of course.
Here it comes.
Hi. Oh, yeah.
Hi. Yeah. That had to be a nerve-wracking
Now a few
flight.
countries are like, fuck that. They're watching how much money they're losing. Like, get those planes back in the air.
Yeah, they're starting to say things. You're hearing some chatter like, I think they're making a little too much of this. This is like, the swine flu thing, where they made a big thing of it and kind of didn't pan out to the levels that it is. So maybe we could just fly around through this stuff.
No, they're thinking about the economy.
Yeah, of course.
Get those fucking planes rolling, man. Although Germany, I think, is still saying no to the planes.
Sure.
No.
9.
Oh, big day in Boston. Today's the Boston Marathon.
Is that today?
Jimmy James.
Morning, boys.
What's going on,
Hola.
JJ?
Hey, I guess the volcano is also affecting the Boston Marathon. A lot of the runners either had to take extra long routes in order to get there via other countries or just can't go.
Well, that's true. Yeah, a lot of people come from overseas.
Oh, really?
And it does, like flying into Boston is that, you take right through the
well, maybe
cloud.
Maybe you guys will have more room on, what was it, Route 9?
Yeah.
Maybe a white guy will stand a chance.
Maybe a Kenyan won't win it.
I was going to go with that joke, but I think it's a little further north, all that crap, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, but
the Kenyans...
One other thing, boys.
Huh?
I don't know if you guys have caught it. There's some online footage of the Whitney Houston concert over in Germany.
Yeah,
she
classic.
sounds like Linda McCartney.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
She's terrible.
Love hearing that. I don't know why I love hearing when singers just fucking eat their balls.
She's terrible.
The rumor is she's back on the crack.
Crack?
She's back on the crack.
Bobby got me on the crack. Bobby got me on the crack. I can't get off the crack. She's fucked up.
Who would think that Bobby Brown would have it more together than Whitney Houston after they break up?
Yeah.
He was looking pretty good on Celebrity Fit Club.
After the crack. She loves her crack.
Crack!
fucking sweating like a fucking pedo at his arrangement. Arraignment. Yeah, at his arrangement also. That's when.
All right, so, I missed Boston Marathon Day. Never ran in one, but it was a hell of a party every year.
It was always a part for the people that weren't running. My God. Just drinking.
The Boston people to turn an athletic event into a drinking fest.
Yeah, we'll line the roads. We'll go in every bar and just drink.
Well, it's Patriots Day, right there, Jimmy James?
Yes, sir.
I guess they ought to call it something to make up for the drinking.
Well, fuck, everyone gets off to watch the marathon.
Why don't we?
Yeah, well.
No, not anymore. With the economy, that's one of the holidays most people lost, unfortunately.
Oh, really?
Yeah, myself, I did. We lost it.
Oh, so you had to go back to work after having Patriots Day off for all those years.
Oh,
exactly.
Wow.
No kidding.
That sucks.
All right, JJ.
All right, boys. Thanks. Punch out.
Boston Marathon Day.
Wow,
that's cool, I guess.
Yeah.
So the volcano, what? It's not spewing as much? What's the update?
They don't know. It's still spewing, but some of the shit that they had because of the weather systems, it's lower in the atmosphere, so it's okay. Like this shit can stretch up to 50,000 feet.
Jeez.
So if it's under where the airliners fly, then they're okay.
Right.
But if it's up there, up above where they fly, then they got to fly right through it, and bad is a problem.
One of the news shows had a helicopter like 100. I was going to say 100 feet, but pretty. What was it?
Had to be in the tens of feet off the ground.
They got really close. I forgot how close. And
yeah,
the footage was just
looking.
I hope
sick.
you saw that over the weekend. Ridiculous.
Insanity.
That nature, man. Nature's going to win in the end.
It totally can. It's like just sitting there. Everything. A stupid meteor or something. There was a meteor that a shitload of people saw last week. It was giant.
What, that flew right by the Earth?
Big, giant, like bright. No, it came through the atmosphere and lit up night like day.
No,
giant fireball.
No, where was this?
Visible through like three states or something. Where was that? Where the hell was that?
And where did it hit?
They weren't sure if it hit or not,
or if
it hit anything, or just burnt up in the atmosphere, or hit in water or something. Yeah, it was southern Wisconsin. And it was giant. It lit up the nighttime.
Do we have video on this?
Video, yeah.
I got to see video of the fucking meteorite.
And that's probably not it.
What do you? They don't know if it hit? It had to have hit. How do they not know?
That shit burns up. That atmosphere is a bitch. Mm-hmm. But it looked pretty cool. There's one shot where it's on a street, like this, just regular street with some street lights on at night, and you're just like Close Encounters. You see, like, yeah, here it is. Look at this. It lights up the sky completely, and look at that thing.
That's the meteor?
Yeah. Giant fucking fireball.
Comedy, adventure, suspense. I'm too busy looking at the advertising.
Looking at the ad at the bottom. It was giant.
Yeah.
And it just lit up, like, look at the shadows on the street and everything.
That's pretty crazy.
But, like, one of those hits something, done. Done. Most of them hit, remote areas, because it's amazing to believe, but most areas on the globe are uninhabited or sparsely inhabited. Mm-hmm. But that hits a city or something, forget about it. It's like an atom bomb going off.
What city is that? That's a skyline.
Yeah, it's in Wisconsin somewhere.
Oh, is that the Wisconsin skyline?
That's the giant skyline.
Wow, pretty impressive. One big building and three almost buildings.
I don't know what that is. They must be so proud of that one big one.
Oh, my God.
That's like the one that's on all their postcards and shit.
That's the postcard building?
Oh, they got a restaurant up top where you can look down 15 stories.
Fuck. All right, well, people have been in airports for a week or so.
Stranded. Thank God it's only international passengers, because it's always fun to hear them try to speak English to the news people.
There's also people here just hanging out in airports.
Yeah, they can't get back.
They can't get back.
They were talking to some German gentleman that is thinking about flying to Italy and then driving back to Germany, which is, something kind of odd about Europe, You kind of go somewhere and then just drive to a whole other country. Like there's a shitload of them you could drive to.
You could do like 10 countries in a day.
Yeah.
People are taking cabs, $5,000 cab rides.
5,000 euros.
Who was it? John Cleese? I think John Cleese decided to take a cab.
Really? What cab?
If they could find it down the hall, the John Cleese story. He took a cab for like $5,000, I think.
Damn.
And he went through a couple countries to get back home.
Yeah, they're all linked up or some shit. And then I guess you could take the channel. if you're in France.
But ferries. Doing the ferries.
They're back to, $5,100 cost them.
Yeah, Cleese takes a half-day cab ride for $5,100.
Why is John Cleese so busy that he's got to be somewhere these days?
He had something on. Oslo, British actor John Cleese of Monty Python fame opted for a day-long cab ride halfway across Europe. Oh, my God. After the dust plume from an Icelandic volcano left him stranded.
I like that they're calling it an Icelandic volcano, and no one's trying to pronounce this volcano's name. I don't think I've heard one newscaster actually pronounce the name. We probably, yeah. I'd love to see how a newscaster pronounces this fucking name.
There should be a montage of newscasters
Monty!
trying to pronounce the name of the volcano.
Learn how to pronounce. Oh, you're doing it wrong. Okay. Here it is.
Pronounced
Eyjafjallajökull.
What?
Are you kidding? Is that
underneath the Eyjafjallajökull glacier?
The eruption at the Eyjafjallajökull glacier was
The volcano underneath the Eyjafjallajökull glacier.
According to reports, the 3 eruptions of Eyjafjallajökull on record had
eruption under the Eyjafjallajökull glacier.
Iceland's Eyjafjallajökull volcano roared back into life just weeks after it erupted for the first time in nearly 200.
I love how
Eyjafjallajökull
that Icelandic douche is making fun of everyone for mispronouncing that word. Are you kidding me?
That isn't even a word. It's like a shitload of jumble letters put together. Like you got to unscramble it to make a word.
That's your problem, not ours.
Yeah, stupid Iceland. You and your dumb words.
We're supposed to pronounce Eyjafjallajo with stuff on
with the
top
two
of
dots
it.
on it.
Kull. Oh, yeah, it's our problem. I'm sorry. No, it's your problem for naming it that.
The Eyjafjallajökull.
Eyjafjallajökull.
What's wrong with Mount St. Helens? That's easy.
Get the fuck out of here. Mike in Tennessee. Mike?
Yeah.
Mike?
Back to the Meteor. Yes, Mike.
Yeah, I heard over the weekend they were talking about that meteor last week, and they said it was only like the size of a peanut.
Really?
Yeah.
That thing must have been cranking.
Wait, the size of a peanut is going to light up the sky like that? Come on.
By the time it probably hit land, it was the size of a peanut.
I think it's in like Wisconsin somewhere.
I mean,
burns up.
95% of that thing burns up in the atmosphere. So.
Yeah.
Okay,
and then it's
that
all
makes
made
sense.
of metals, so it makes like cool, bright colors.
Yeah.
Whenever you're burning metals like that,
Yeah, right on.
makes a big tail and bright.
All right,
light.
sir. Thank you.
Cool.
Appreciate that. So that's a hell of a name for a volcano, right? Eyjafjallajökull. How do you pronounce the O with the stuff above it? Is that an
I think that's.
Is that a
I don't even know. What a dumb language. I hope there aren't a bunch of words like that.
Of course, there's a bunch of words like that.
Short conversation would take you forever.
Well, what else they got to do in Iceland?
Be cold.
Listen to Bjork and
Inhale smoke.
and hope this volcano doesn't erupt. That's all they got going on in fucking Iceland.
Good thing the wind blows the other way.
What if it blew our way? What happens?
Oh, my God. Wouldn't we be, like, right in the path of it? New York would be a mess.
Nah.
I think.
Nah, because Iceland's way over there.
I think. It's over there now.
It's way over there.
Hey, smoke is over here now. It was over there, but it's over here now. I don't like the smoke. I put a cigarette in my mouth and don't light it.
How would it get to us?
Well, if the weather
way
system
over
was
there.
backwards. You get the jet stream and then it goes out over the Atlantic and pushes that way.
I got it.
So, but if it was the reverse, I would think it would come over here. Thank God. Be like The Mist. I watched The Mist last night. Ooh, it was very scary.
You watched The Mist? Why?
Again.
Why would you
know
watch The Mist again?
You know what? I watch movies twice after a long period of time without watching it, just to see if maybe my initial reaction wasn't right. Mm-hmm. And I kind of like The Mist.
You like The Mist?
It wasn't like, oh my God, what a great movie, but kind of like it.
Didn't we have The Mist guy in?
I like the fact that they kill children in it.
Frank Darabont.
That's right. The legendary.
legendary.
The legendary.
It wasn't bad. I think I was expecting a little more from the guy that wrote the fucking Shawshank Redemption, you know?
Yeah, I know.
I mean, considering it was obviously the same author, Stephen King, and same screenplay guy.
Yeah, and a couple of the same actors.
Yeah, so you're kind of... I went into it thinking this was going to be some, like, real epic movie, and it was just kind of like, oh, it's all right.
Yeah, the one
Was
guy
it a
was
near
in
miss?
Dumb ass.
Yeah. Alexandre
Dumbass. It's too much.
I was just
And then he looks at, points out, duh, it's dumbass.
I was just talking to Ann about near misses because I saw Hot Tub Time Machine.
Yeah.
Now, where did I get confused? I thought this was getting rave reviews. Where did I miss the boat on this one?
You didn't dig the Hot Tub Time Machine?
It was almost good. It's a movie that was almost good.
Aww.
But that John Cusack, I was telling you.
You're not a big fan of the
I'm
Cusack?
Name one movie he was great in.
I liked that 48 fucking, what number? 4812, 48.
Oh.
The hotel room one.
Oh, really?
1408?
1408.
He was in 1408?
1408. I kind of like that. It was a little creepy.
Now, they're giving Hot Tub Time Machine 62% on RottenTomatoes.com.
Hot Tub Time Machine.
Now,
They ripped me off from Hot Tub Johnny.
now people are going to go...
Where's
you're-
Happy Face Time Machine and Club Soda Time Machine?
Now, people are going to say I'm only saying this because we're friends with Kevin Smith. I like Cop Out way better than Hot Tub Time Machine. Way better.
Yeah. 62%?
60%. Here's something. When you do a movie about the 80s, you should probably throw a lot more 80s stuff in there.
So they go back to the 80s?
Well, yeah.
What's the gist?
Well, the hot tub is some kind of fucking porthole to, you know.
I've had some portholes in my hot tub.
Right.
But portholes to paradise, Opie.
And then they walk through the lobby of the ski lodge, and then they realize, because of the 80s montage of things going on in that room, that holy shit, we're back in the 80s. Like they have Reagan on screen and it says live.
Oh.
And it's what people are wearing, and they show David Bowie doing an MTV commercial.
So how did they...
and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I get it, we're back in the 80s. And then guess what?
How do they utilize that immense power of time travel to maybe better themselves or society or something?
Well, I certainly don't want to give it away, Anthony.
Oh, really?
I really don't want to give away the
Is
whole
it just
plot
them
line.
dressing in 80s clothes and dancing?
Well...
Or do they fucking buy up stock in fucking Apple?
Well, one of the people involved in the movie might have done
All righty.
Might have. Mm-hmm. But then all of a sudden it was just everyone was dressed like they were in the 80s, and that was it. There was no real 80s vibe.
Yeah.
Except that they looked like they were from the 80s.
No, you got to really pump some 80s nostalgia in there so you can go, oh, I remember that.
And they walk in front of a mirror, or they're in front of a mirror and realize, oh, my God, we're our 80s selves.
Now, they were young guys.
Yeah.
All right. So they went. There's always a few schools of thought on time travel, Opie. As you can see from the great Danny Ross's shirt. Mm-hmm. He's wearing his Back to the Future shirt, which is the basis of all my time travel theories. But I am willing to take some forays into this hot tub time machine thing. So they go back and they're their age from the 80s. Now, this is preposterous to me.
It's crazy, right?
This isn't time travel to me. This is some type of leap into the actual time itself.
And one of the guys that goes...
So then you wouldn't remember. Did they remember that they were...
in the
older
80s?
and in the time.
Yeah.
Oh, so now they're young, but their mind is full of the thoughts of them being older?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
I can't buy that.
And then one of the
Dr.
young...
Kaku would laugh at this.
Crispin Glover was in this movie, and I am a massive fucking Crispin Glover fan.
He is the best.
A Hollywood weirdo.
He is the best.
And what's his name from The Daily Show? Fucking took the whole movie. What's his name? Corduroy?
Rob Corddry.
Corddry?
I always say Corduroy.
Yeah, I might as well just call him Rob Corddry.
He's a fucking movie star. He fucking carried that movie.
He is good. He's
and
funny,
made it
man.
watchable. John Cusack, not so much.
No, what was Cusack's role? One of the guys?
Like one of the guys.
One of the guys?
With not a hint of a fucking sense of humor.
In real life, John Cusack is a real douchebag from what I've read and what I've heard in interviews. He's a very self-important, and his opinions are all that matters, and he's extremely liberal, which, makes points with me.
Well, that makes sense, because the concept of the movie was pretty good, so he probably wouldn't listen to anybody. Said, no, I'm going to do it my way. So he probably ruined the fucking movie.
Do it the way he's going to do it.
And then one of the kids is younger, and he goes back with the guys, and he meets his mom. That's my mom.
Yeah, that's Back to the Future.
Wait a minute.
Stop it.
Wait, she gets pregnant on this night.
Did he mess it up and make himself disappear?
Yeah, he disappeared for a little while.
Oh, yeah?
But then,
Really?
but then someone had to continue fucking his mom, and then he reappeared.
Wait.
Because that meant that he was going to be a person.
The father fucked the mom, or
I don't
someone
want
else
to tell you
did?
who the father is,
And
because
then
that would really fuck everything up.
It was him. He fucked his own mom. No, he disappeared.
No.
John Cusack.
No. One of the guys,
Cordry.
though. Yes.
Just
Fuck
wrecking
this
the movie.
Yes.
And then he's his father?
Well, the kid
my
walks
God.
in. I call him a kid. I don't even know. I guess he was in his early 20s. Walks in as Cordry is fucking his mom and loses his mind. So Cordry stops fucking his mom, and then all of a sudden he disappears. The kid.
So then he continues.
See, he has to fuck his mom for him
Right.
to exist.
Got you.
You see Hot Tub Time Machine?
No.
Wow, and you see all fucking movies.
All right, this is a good little examination here. Let's look at the plot elements they ripped off from Back to the Future. Time travel.
They didn't rip that off from Back to the Future.
Come on. Time travel.
All right, well, let's amend that and just say time travel with a conspicuous vehicle.
With an odd vehicle. Yes.
Wait, did you just write all this down?
No, it was the IMDb message boards are terrific.
Sports
They're
betting.
a flutter?
With knowledge of the future.
Yes, that did happen.
Meeting your parents in the past.
Meeting mom in the past, sure.
The amazing Crispin Glover.
Love Crispin
Did he
Glover.
do that dance? Love his stupid dance. Returning to an improved future.
Yes, that happened.
Disappearing if your parents don't connect.
Yes, that happened.
Playing a song from the future that everybody loves.
Yes, that happened.
Having someone stay behind in the past.
Yes.
And fighting against a group of young men.
Yes.
And the 80s.
Yes.
What a rook. Don't give me that shit.
Let's go to
Does
Cassius.
somebody go, you built a time machine out of a hot tub?
You know who was good in it? Was fucking Chevy Chase. God damn that.
Really?
No,
Is he
don't
making
film
a
me. Film the
comeback?
time machine. I fucked up. Film the hot tub.
I know what you meant.
That fucking Chevy Chase was in Hot Tub Time Machine. His part was good. Small part, but really good. And he's great in Community. So I don't know what the fuck's going on with this Chevy Chase all of a
He's
sudden.
having a comeback that he should never have had.
Come on.
There's another guy who has just been known as a douchebag his entire career. He had a career on SNL. He had a couple of funny movies right after SNL. And then just douchebag for years until he turned into an old man. And now he's having a career again.
The only reason I think he's a douchebag is he wouldn't acknowledge we were on the same TV show as he was.
Oh, right, yeah.
The Donnie Deutsch show.
Donnie Deutsch.
When he was in his pink sweater and makeup at the same time we were.
Yeah.
And didn't even want to acknowledge that we're in the same room. Even after we said hi. Hi,
him.
Chevy.
Fuck him in the ass. He's fucking clown shoes.
Cassius, what do you got, buddy?
Hey, just the trailer and the TV ad for Hot Tub, it made it look so fucking hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
And they should start giving out awards for turning mediocre movies, for making them look so fucking hilarious.
For like,
In the trailer.
Well,
taking trailers and making them good. Why don't they just have awards for the trailers?
I'm calling
Right, that's what I'm saying.
I'm calling this movie a near miss. It didn't suck, but it could have been a lot better.
A near miss.
Yeah. It looked so rip-roaringly.
How do you say his name again? Cordry?
Yeah.
Cordry, yeah.
Cordry, I'm telling you,
Cordry.
without him, this movie would have really been bad. That guy is going to be a fucking star in movies now. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Was that his first major role in a movie?
Maybe major. He's been in some other shit.
But this is, he carried this one, though. He had more lines than anybody.
The Daily Show has had its share of people that have come off of there, though.
Oh, boy, you're right.
You know? And the Colbert Report.
Did you like it, Cassius?
What do you mean, Hot Tub?
Yeah.
No, it was so, it was pretty disappointing. And in parts it was funny. The scene where they transport through the hot tub, that was like really funny with the Public Enemy song playing.
Yeah. Well, I went to the movies hoping to see Kick-Ass. That's sold out until I think Tuesday.
Really?
That's what's so much fun about living in Manhattan.
People just love hearing kids curse.
Sometimes you go to the movie theater because it's really close to my house. I'm like, okay, the show that's the next show might be sold out, but we'll get a ticket for the next show and we'll go eat dinner somewhere or have lunch, whatever, and then we'll go to the next one. You go to the theater and it has sold out all the way to like Tuesday. I'm not exaggerating for some of these movies.
78%.
Holy shit.
On Rotten Tomatoes, Kick-Ass.
Yeah.
78%.
Everyone saw Kick-Ass this weekend.
Now, did they fuck around with the movie as opposed to the trailer? Because in the trailer, that's some harsh language that kid is spitting.
I know. There's a lot of controversy. Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Stupid. What the hell is the... oh, God. Who's the movie reviewer in New York City? No, in New York City. Oh, help me out, Cassius.
Oh, Rex Reed?
Sandy? Is it Sandy?
Somebody on local news?
Yeah. He's a real douche. He goes, he said that...
There's so many of them.
Sandy Kenyon, could you get his review of this?
Sandy Kenyon.
Because he's telling the parents to not bring the children.
Yeah.
Even though the children are saying some outrageous things, you shouldn't bring your children to see Kick-Ass.
Yeah. Travis is reminding me of a story. We went to a screening when Superman Returns had come out, and we were sitting right by Sandy Kenyon, and Patrice was there.
No, I was there.
No.
Were you there too?
What movie was that? It wasn't that one.
Maybe it was.
It was Tropic Thunder. No, it was. Help me out.
Maybe it's a different...
The one that you were at was Cloverfield, and that was Jeffrey Lyons.
Yeah. We went to one with Sandy Kenyon where
Sandy
Patrice
Kenyon
was there.
Superman.
Oh, they're the same guy.
Oh, Jesus.
Because Patrice, I was at where Patrice said skip it and started booing when the credits rolled. I think it was Cloverfield.
That was Cloverfield, yeah.
And Jeffrey Lyons?
Jeffrey Lyons.
It was?
Yes.
Goes, no one asked you. All pissed off.
It's like, fuck you. You review things that no one asked you.
Right. And then got up with his notepad and marched out of the theater. I'm really annoyed that Patrice was booing the movie. And you saw it with Kenyon?
Yeah, we were sitting right next to Sandy Kenyon for Superman Returns, and he was none too pleased with Patrice's comments either.
Oh, really?
Patrice is such an ass.
That's great, man.
He's outspoken.
Go figure. At a movie.
Yeah, but I want to see Kick-Ass.
It's really good.
And I fucking had to
You
see
saw it?
Hot Tub Time Machine. Stupid Hot Tub Time Machine. Why
would you see Hot Tub Time Machine?
Because I thought it was a good movie.
No, you got to see Kick-Ass. It's definitely an R-rated movie.
I got to fucking say something here. Robert Kelly. Got to give Robert Kelly props.
Yeah.
He's the idiot that came in here and said that
you should pull that
was
audio
good, and we bashed him for it.
Pull the audio, because not only did we bash him, we killed him.
We kicked his ass.
And no one knew about Kick-Ass.
No.
Bobby brought it to the show, and we laughed at him for liking a kid's movie, and now this is all the rage, this fucking thing.
The trailer was fucking hysterical, so if the movie is that good, you know, just a kid saying, hey, cunts, is pretty goddamn funny, I think.
Yes, E-Rock?
Cursing.
You're saying about kids coming to the movie. I went and saw it yesterday. About a quarter of the theater were dads with their kids on Sunday.
Not understanding what it was about?
So
the divorced dads and their kids?
As the movie starts.
How about dad turns on a computer?
I know.
It does maybe 1 minute of research.
Because there's kids and it's superhero stuff, so they must be like, oh, this is great.
It's rated R anyway. But the trailers, even though it's rated R, the trailers on TV make it seem like this is just kids being superheroes.
It does look like a kid's movie.
Holy fuck, is that hysterical.
So the movie starts, and it starts off okay. Then it starts getting a little rough as far as stuff they're discussing. When the little girl is introduced into the movie, that's when you start seeing the dads picking up the kids, and they're out. Like all these little families are just starting walking out as soon as that little girl started developing her character.
I'm just fucking with you, Daddy. Yeah, that must be like, whoa, okay, let's get the kids out.
If you ever wanted to see a guy punch an 11-year-old girl in the face as hard as he can, Kick-Ass is the film for you.
Or Shooter.
That's great.
Wow. Yeah, get the Robert Kelly audio, because we beat him up over that. Hey, Cassius, thanks, brother.
Yeah, thank you, guys. Thanks a lot.
All right,
Cassius.
Yeah, these movie reviewers in New York, they just suck. They take themselves way too seriously.
Yeah. Like it means anything. Who gives a shit what Sandy Kenyon thinks of a movie? Jeffrey Lyons.
Who asked you?
Or any of them. I don't think I've ever read a movie review. I look and see like how many stars it is, and then go like, oh, that's an asshole. Got no sense of humor. Or it gives it 5 stars, and then I start thinking the movie sucks. Because a stupid reviewer gave it 5 stars, and I do not value his opinion.
No.
But to read it? Shut up.
Let's say hi to Josh in Connecticut. Josh.
Hey there, Josh.
Morning, boys.
Morning, Josh.
Listen, you're completely right. Hot Tub Time Machine was way overrated. It wasn't bad. I guess it really depends on your sense of humor. I thought it was kind of funny, but I hated The Hangover. That movie was hyped beyond belief.
Danny loved The Hangover.
Danny
oh
hated
my
it too?
God, we were at the Borgata, I think, and it was on. Danny loved it.
I like The Hangover. I got to be honest.
It's not
Yeah,
true.
you would like
That's
subpar
not true.
comedy.
I didn't like it.
Rip off of every 1960s movie there ever was.
I found him.
Hey, Josh.
It sucked. It was a shite movie.
Danny hated The Hangover.
He hated it.
It was dumb. I just did. It was so wacky and oh, I wonder what's going to happen next. Oh, wackiness. Get out.
I came out of the room and they're watching.
This fucking Keith is like, oh, you see The Hangover? It's the
Keith was
funniest
like,
thing ever.
It's fantastic. It's funny. So they're watching it, and I sit down, and the first thing Danny goes is, "Look out, Anthony! This movie is so out there and wacky.
It's crazy.
What these guys are doing after a night out. Whoa!" And Keith just told him to shut up, and he was getting pissed.
He was funny. He was talking about it like it was like Ben-Hur or something. It was just like, dude, it's
fucking classic.
It's a movie about guys who drank too much. Let's relax here.
I didn't mind The Hangover. I mean, I didn't love it, but...
Well, you know what it is there's always a group of actors that make all these great movies. Like when Seth Rogen was in it, he made, Knocked Up and Pineapple Express.
Yeah.
And then after like 2 or 3 of those movies, they start to bomb. I don't know if it's them or the writers, but
I
they
still
just
think
end up
Seth
being
Rogen is
terrible.
fucking hysterically funny. Like,
Oh, he's great.
I like his movies. I just think he's a funny fucking character.
Yeah.
But yeah, you could tell, like, if he does the same guy in 8 movies, you're going to get a little tired.
But this guy hated The Hangover, and you loved Hot Tub Time Machine.
Yeah.
I liked The Hangover better than fucking Hot Tub Time Machine.
See, that's when like a lot of times I agree with you guys a lot, but there's other times where I go, and I guess it really just depends on your taste in movies and your sense of humor.
Of course. What do you like about Hot Tub?
What did I like about it?
Yeah. Why do you think that was a great movie?
I liked Rob Corddry. He was hilarious. You're right. He did carry that movie.
He was really funny, Ant. He was really funny.
What's that black guy's name from The Office there?
Demand.
What's his name? Robinson? Craig Robinson? It is, right?
Just his demeanor is hilarious. His delivery is great.
Well, he had one of the better scenes in the movie, Ant. Because he discovered while he's back in the 80s that his wife might have been cheating on him.
Uh-oh.
So he couldn't take it anymore, so he called his wife and starts motherfucking her and just going, are you sucking his dick? Are you all this really harsh language, and they just show a 9-year-old girl in her little bedroom.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
That was all right.
All right, boys, punch it out.
That's funny. That sounds like a
there
funny
were a
scene.
few good scenes, man. Let's. What happened?
As soon as this water hits 88.8 degrees, you're going to see some serious shit.
No, that would have been funny, see?
Let's say hi to who we got. Joe in Pennsylvania. Joe.
What's up, boys?
You following the? Hey! We're gonna knock off some shit today.
Hey!
Oh, what?
We're gonna just knock off some shit today. Your flyers are looking pretty good, brother.
Listen, dude, I'm from New Jersey originally. Go Devils.
See, that's why I bring it up. You never know what you're going to get on the other end of the...
Hockey's still being played? What?
Hockey. It's playoffs. Flyers are up 2 games to 1 over your Devils, right, sir?
Sorry.
Yeah, whatever.
All right.
I'm just
What do
watching
you got?
the 9-3 Yankees.
Hey, I saw Kick Out this weekend. It was awesome. Best movie I've seen since The Dark Knight. I went home and I checked out Roger Ebert's review, and he is such a douche. Gave it 1 star. He kept saying it was morally reprehensible, and he could not get over, like, a little girl cursing and killing, like, tons of people.
Now, who saw the movie here? Sam did?
I did, yeah.
So what's the problem with this movie that people would have a problem with?
Well, I mean, the language that the little 11-year-old, I guess she's like 13 in real life.
Right.
I mean, she uses very harsh language, and the movie is extremely violent.
Is there a lot of blood?
A lot of blood, a lot of, like... But it's more sensationalized. It's not realistic violence.
Is it a comedy?
Yeah. It's funny.
Comedy
but
slash
it's dark.
Action film.
There's 2 deaths and a jerk-off scene in the first 3 minutes of the movie.
That's awesome.
Like, it's a dark comedy.
I gotta...
But it's like a lot of the stuff you see in the movie, you'd think they would never be able to get away with putting this in a movie. Like a little kid busting out the C-bomb.
It's great.
It's fantastic. You don't see that every day.
Very cool.
Look at that. There's a Volcano and Michio Kaku on
can we get Michio,
Fox News.
Can we get Michio Kaku on the phone today?
Well, the hot magma that comes out is much like the pie filling in a McDonald's apple pie. You must be very careful not to put your tongue on it. Thank you, Michio.
All right, there, Joe.
Thank you. By the way. Ow. Oh.
Let's say hi to Billy in South Jersey. Billy.
Hey, what's up?
Billy.
What's up, Billy?
Yeah, did you see the Vancouver Canucks game the other night?
Well, I see that you want to talk about the green guy. The green guy's still doing his thing?
Yeah, the green guys. I forget who it was who got a penalty, and he's in the box, and the dude's doing a handstand, and he's grinding like he's pumping the plexiglass, and the other guy was holding like a clip.
Now, I thought that's an old video. The green guys are still allowed to do that? I thought they would have kicked him out of the arena by now.
No, they were going off. It was hysterical. And then after the game, I wound up Googling it, and here they got a Facebook page.
Oh yeah, I think I showed this to you. Showed this to you a couple of weeks, maybe a month ago, Ant.
Mm-hmm.
There's two green guys. They sit next to the penalty box,
and they're flaming homosexuals.
And so when the opposing team is in the box for a penalty, these green guys are doing just fucking weird,
horrific things to the glass.
Like mime dancing and all. It was. I was laughing my ass off, and then I wound up Googling it or YouTubing it, and here they got a couple different clips.
Tell me that's not funny, Ed.
All right. The guy's in the penalty box, and these green guys are just next to him, goofing on him. Now he's laughing. The guy in the penalty box is watching and laughing.
Yeah,
they're doing the crying thing. They're like, boo.
They're completely dressed in green.
What assholes!
They don't have anything that looks like faces because the green just covers everything.
No, they're like leotards.
Yeah.
And they just harass the guy in the penalty box.
I thought, Billy, man, thanks for the update because I thought they figured out a way to make it where these guys couldn't do it anymore.
Nah, dude, I was laughing. If you pop a couple more videos, check out where he was doing like a handstand. The one dude to the closest to the ice, and he was like pumping the glass. It was hysterical. I'm like,
oh, they're saying it right there. The Green Men return. Oh, that's from January though, but okay. They're still. Thank you.
How distracting is that for a player in that box?
How great
to just even not looking is distracting because you have to concentrate so much on not looking, and everyone's laughing. Oh, they stink. Yeah, they're in green leotard that goes from head to toe. Like skin tight.
Right.
But they got no eyeball holes or anything in there. They're just...
I don't know how they could even see.
Look retarded.
Dancing Green Man.
Yeah, they're dancing out in the parking lot, I guess. Free game.
Green Man is a character from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Charlie dresses up as Green Man and and raves. And raves. I think when he's on drugs.
Let's say hi to Dan in Knoxville. Dan.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
What's up, Dan?
Opie, what are you thinking? You couldn't possibly go to that movie, Hot Tub Time Machine. You didn't think it was going to be like a good movie, did you?
Well, I'm a fan of comedy, and I thought it got good reviews, and it did get good reviews, and
it's kind of like one of those Corky Romano movies, you know.
Oh, well, it's not that
Corky
bad.
Romano.
Now I got a problem with you, sir.
Rob Schneider is a stapler.
Look, I told you I want to see Kick-Ass. I want to see some kind of movie yesterday, and Kick-Ass had, the lines at the theater, it was ridiculous. And then all of a sudden,
you just wanted to get out and see something. There wasn't anything else on, though?
I'm not digging anything else out in theaters. I'm not going to see How to Train Your Dragon. I'm not going to see that date night crap. I'm not going to see Death of a Funeral or Death at a Funeral.
Oh, okay.
And Clash of the Titans is getting killed, right?
Yeah.
The reviews on that suck.
Yeah, okay. I didn't know there wasn't anything on much. I just kind of wanted to get out more than anything.
No, I wanted to see Kick-Ass. That's the God's honest truth, so.
Yeah, that one kind of looked kind of cool. I don't know. It's probably kind of like a B-grade movie, but it just looks like that one would kind of be good.
I was walking home saying I don't know why they can't make a really good comedy these days.
Yeah.
Apatow has figured it out. He certainly has, but we got to wait for the next Apatow movie to laugh again, to really laugh.
That's about it.
You'll laugh
Same
at
cast.
Yeah, girl
Kick-Ass.
saying the C word and getting punched in the face.
It's fucking fantastic.
All right, Dan, thank you, sir.
Hey, I call a good movie. Hey, Steve.
All right, let's go to Ian in Michigan. Ian.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, Ian.
I got a good Green Man Tiger Woods story.
Yeah?
So I went at the Buick Open last year, and the Green Man shows up, whatever, all weekend. He was some big party animal. And Tiger Woods is putting for this huge birdie, whatever. And he misses. Green Man boos him right to his face, and Tiger Woods has to laugh and go over and give him a handshake.
He laughed at him, yeah?
Yeah.
I love that Green Man is everywhere. I'll tell you one thing. They're fucking still giving away entire movies with these trailers.
The trailers? Yeah. Oh, Jesus. It is.
Where is it? You got it?
It is Green Man.
All right, punch up, boy.
Tiger.
All right, man. Thanks.
Green Man.
It's just...
shit. God, that's funny. What an asshole this guy is.
That's another good thing about Kick-Ass, though. It actually was not at all given away by the trailers that are on TV.
Not on TV.
The
On the website that I saw, there was like the one where she's just kicking ass.
Yeah,
kicking ass.
She does.
She kicks ass.
Flips and fucking shooting guns and...
She throws knives.
Like the one where she fucking flips the clips out of her gun and just turns them upside down. 2 more clips fall into her gun and she's shooting again.
She's 11.
It's fucking great.
She better kick ass.
That's even better.
The movie's
That makes it even better.
She's got a purple wig on.
Oh, who doesn't love fucking girls with purple wigs on?
Exactly.
And fucking schoolgirl uniforms.
Wow.
Jesus, a little inappropriate.
It was a trick. She was tricking.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
There's a girl at the door.
Right.
And then she comes in and starts kicking ass.
Little do they know.
Here's the news story on Kick Ass.
Oh, there's a news story?
Well, I mean, it's dangerous to the children, you know.
Of course it is.
Very dangerous.
Well, the story that's got everybody buzzing around the world.
Kick ass. Did you see kick ass?
Now it says the story that has everyone buzzing around the world, Anthony. Now, did I just fuck up, or are they still talking about Kick Ass?
Is that kick ass or is that the volcano?
Or is this the volcano? Did I just mess up? What do you think?
I'm going volcano. I would change my answer.
Well, the story that's got everybody buzzing around the world in pop culture, it's what might be a case of girl power gone wrong.
God damn it, I should have stuck with the original. Fuck, I suck. Why did I change my answer?
It's okay.
The whole world is talking about
There's
this?
no prize.
The whole world?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
A few people here and there.
Can kick ass give you cancer? We'll tell you at 11.
The new movie Kick-Ass has some parents up in arms about its heroine. She's a preteen girl who's ultra-violent and potty-mouthed.
In the film, the 11-year-old hit girl uses profanity, breaks one of the biggest language taboos left on screen, in addition to doing things to movie villains we can't show on the air.
Hey, I have one of those.
The violence and her language have outraged people around the world, like the English film critic who called her, quote, one of the most disturbing icons and damaging role models in the history of cinema.
What's it got to be a role
The film
model?
is extremely violent, and her flippant use of the C word is unacceptable. But on the other hand, the fact that this character is able to break out of the box, the norm of what we see for girls and women on screen.
You know what? Why did anything, even a kid on screen, have to be a role model?
Right.
Why can't it just be enter-fucking-tainment
What happened
for people?
to that?
Why can't we just be entertained?
It used to just be entertainment, but now it has to be a role model.
So the kid's got to be a role model.
Your athletes
and
have to be role models. Your movie stars have to be role models.
And there's
your radio personalities have to be role models.
Kid says cunt, sir. Kid says cunt.
And there's no kid that would watch this movie and think it would be good to be a superhero.
Yeah.
Because they get beaten up. Like,
Who wants
you
to
have
get
no
beat up?
superpowers. They get beaten up and stabbed and stuff.
Fucking ridiculous.
Beaten up and stabbed.
Yeah. Teenagers are getting stabbed because they're dressed up like superheroes. So don't do that.
It's just entertainment. You're right, Ed. You're right.
It's entertainment. That doesn't have to be a role model. Oh, this not a role model. Who cares?
Although her use of the C word is flippant.
Flippant.
Hey, the movie made $20 million. I think it should have done a little better than that.
I think it was the TV ad campaign confused people.
Confused people. I think word of mouth is going to make this thing kind of take off a little more.
Oh, you think?
I don't think you're going to see a big drop off. I think you might see this thing sustain a little bit, maybe even pick up.
Mm-hmm.
when the publicity gets out that it's a fucking filth-ridden, violent movie.
It's insane.
The stupid English. They're worried about it.
Yes. The flippant use of the word cunt. By the way, that is the word the over in England. They use the word cunt like the. Stop, you stupid English, half a fag country anyway.
They use it to describe everything. You're right.
Yes.
You're right.
But there are no breasts in the movie, which surprised me for an R-rated...
Well, she's only 11.
Well, not her breasts.
Oh,
there could be other breasts.
Okay, I'm sorry. I thought you... I'm sorry. I'm terribly...
What's up with you?
No, it wasn't my
I thought
suggestion.
you wants to see little boobies.
I thought you were going
You
into...
like when they're just budding, don't you?
No.
Little buds.
Little nubs.
Little nubs.
I'm not going to high-five you on that. No.
You're not high-fiving Danny on the nub?
Give Danny a high five.
I won't do it.
High-five him.
Not,
High-five.
Not on the... All right.
Come on.
You like to see the little nubs before they get
don't.
their first bra, don't you?
I was talking about other characters in the film.
I'm Chris Hansen. Why are you here at this movie? I want to see nubs. I just came for the nubs.
The nubs.
Well, you're free to leave the theater. I know what's waiting for me out there.
Sitting nude in the theater.
Just jerking off to every scene she's in. How long before the cops arrive?
We're all of a sudden their flat chest, their nips just start swelling and form a nub before everything else starts growing.
Nub.
I'm unfamiliar.
The nub.
The nub.
Don't know anything about that.
Don't know anything about the nub.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
I saw a girl in school once that she didn't have a bra on because she just had nubs.
Whoa.
And she leaned over. She leaned over to get something on the floor. From her locker,
Nublicious.
and I was able to look down her shirt, and I saw her nubs.
Nice.
They were very odd looking.
Of course
There's a period of time, I guess, that it must only last a few months in the breast development period, but that nub phase is hysterically funny. It's just like, what is it?
It's very awkward.
It's just nubs. It's not a nip. It's not a boobie. It's just a nub.
Let's go to Wild Bill Jr. in Washington State. Wild Bill Jr.
Gentlemen, I think role models in movies are a perfect idea because after I saw, one of the greatest movies of all time, I started working for Weight Watchers looking for great big fat people and started working over at Bed Bath & Beyond.
He's trying to bet. Listen to him. He's trying to bet. I like it.
Are you doing a bit?
He's doing a little bit.
Yes, of course I'm doing a bit.
He's doing a bit for us. Yes, everybody, sit back, relax, and enjoy the comedy stylings of Wild Bill Jr. Everybody.
Wild Bill Jr.
There it is. He's doing a bit.
Should I have said I was Trunkus Jr.?
Do the bit!
Thank you. I work at Bed Bath & Beyond putting the lotion in the
Stop.
basket.
He couldn't stop. He had to get that line out. We heard it.
Of course.
We heard it.
I like when the callers have skits.
Don't you love it? Yeah. When they put together a little play for us?
All callers should script their phone calls.
They should. They should all be scripted. And
don't make me turn this into bit day.
Some jokes
I'm
and
not
some
done.
characters.
I'm not done, he says.
Sorry, Wild Bill.
These are like applause breaks. He just has to stop and then restart.
Okay, so wait, where was I?
Putting the lotion in the basket at Bed Bath & Beyond, where you work.
Thank you. I've got to go now.
Oh, see, you are done.
All right. There he goes.
He hangs up. Jesus. And I rate that with a P and a U.
Oh. And with that, I think we've made it to our first break.
We did. Oh. I hope there's a salad out there for me.
Were the nubs puffy? And TJ in Niagara Falls wants to know.
Yeah, they were all puffed up. It looked like if you took all the salt off a pretzel rod, one of the big pretzel rods, and just laid an inch one where the nips go, and just glued them on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Nubs.
Right.
God, look at that nub.
Oh.
That's just a bad breast. Puffy. See, the puffy titties are different than just nubs.
Wait, you can put puffy nipples into the Google search?
Yeah, some girls got real puffy nipples, don't they?
What's the puffy nipples thing all about?
Look at that. Jesus Christ, that's like a...
What the hell is puffy nipples all about?
That's a boob that just comes straight out in one shape.
Go down to...
It's like two fat cocks on her chest. They just come out, straight out, no booby shape.
This is right on the Google, huh?
Oh, the Google has some great porn.
The Google rules.
If you take off safe search, you could pretty much search for just about anything you like.
God damn the Google search.
You're going to get porno sooner or later, no matter what you type in.
Yep.
Go with those.
And then by clicking, you find a site all of a sudden that's like, hey, this is a good site. And then you just continue on with the site.
Puffy nipples. Who knew?
You have another word combo you want to try out?
Well, what's that girl pulling her pants down right there?
Where? Which one?
Go down. Yeah, that one.
But those aren't puffy nipples.
Oh, look at her.
But those aren't puffy nipples.
That's righteous.
Yeah, puffy ones.
Those are cones.
She's on her,
nice
right next to her bed. Her ass showing. Look how quickly we just turned to gawking at pornography on this program. That girl got like nothing but nub.
Maybe Kick-Ass is a bad influence.
What?
See, it got us to peruse pornography.
It led us to porn.
My God, what happened?
Looking for nubs.
Nubs. Some nubs.
Puffy nubs.
You can't look at real nubs because that's illegal.
Well,
you can look at grown-up
want
girls
to.
that have nubby boobies.
That's right. All right, we'll break. Get into the shit. What happened? Hey, we should talk about Strike Force for a minute after the break.
Strike Force.
And make it perfectly clear to everybody that Dana White has nothing to do with Strike Force. Because I think people get confused sometimes.
Do they? Why would they get confused?
Because they just think MMA across the board.
But that isn't it.
Those are the same guys who do skits on the phone.
We'll explain next. Stay there.
Yeah.
And you had to play man of the box, too, huh, Travis? You sick fuck. 8 years ago today, we lost Lane Staley.
That was 8 years ago already? My shit.
Should have done Down in a Hole or fucking Nutshell. Or
Man in a Box is great because he's put in a box.
Well, I was going to do Over Now, but...
Over Now?
Another good one.
Fucking love Alice in Chains.
8 years ago.
Yep.
A lot of things happening in history. You got the Columbine, right? The anniversary of Columbine.
What?
Tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
And well, I'm just paying attention to tomorrow because I have cakes to make and birthday party decorations to put up at my house. And
what?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What are you talking about?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Adolf. That's tomorrow.
That is tomorrow. I forgot.
Oh, yeah. You forget.
Tomorrow's a bad day, right?
It's on my
420, dude.
And 420. Something always happens on 420, right?
Yeah.
There's been a few 420 fucking things over the years, huh?
Yeah. I got it. Jesus Christ, Ant. Thank you.
Anthony missed the biggie, the Oklahoma City bombing 15 years ago today.
That was today.
15 years ago. And David Koresh's little compound burned down 17 years ago today.
You know, yeah, today and tomorrow have always been like...
big days, right?
Yeah, big days.
God.
That really got people on the government is full of shit bandwagon there. That David Koresh compound thing. Wow. Because they were like, I don't know what happened. We threw a smoke grenade in there, and all of a sudden the place went up like fucking tinderbox. And then they showed like a tank fucking running into it, and oops.
Well, the government wasn't happy. They were a little pissed off that day. They had it.
But
they had it with David Koresh and his followers.
Apparently there were other ways they could have gone about it, where they could have just taken them in a peaceful fashion. But he did start shooting and killed a couple of agents, so...
That's
what are you going to do?
That's what
Nearly
you get.
80% of the Americans say they do not trust the United States government to do what is right, expressing the highest level of distrust in Washington in half a century, according to a public opinion survey. So people, very distrusting. Very distrusting of this administration, by the way, with the good old Obama and Pelosi. And,
you don't like Obama?
All the shenanigans. I've never really said it on this show, but no, I don't really like him as President of the United States of America. Yeah.
All right. A couple baseball things. A-Rod, big Yankee fan to my right here.
A-Rod.
What, the Yankees are 9-3?
9-3, yeah. Tied for, first, but it's so early. They got a million games to play.
Well, they're about
who are they tied with?
They're about a 16th.
What's that?
Huh?
Tampa Bay.
Yeah, Tampa Bay.
They're about a 16th through the season already.
Yeah, 16th through the season.
And they're 9-3. A-Rod passed Mark McGwire for 8th on the all-time home run list. Moving up.
He's moving on up.
How many places can he move up this year?
I guess that all depends on how many home runs he can hit.
Yeah, but you can figure.
But yeah, you can kind of look and see.
A-Rod's good for how many this year? How many home runs does he have this season so far, Travis? Do you know offhand?
That'll be one.
Oh, that's his first.
Yeah, it was his first.
Yeah, that was his first
Slow start for the A-Rod.
A-bomb from an A-Rod.
So what do you think this year? He could hit 40?
He might, yeah.
Hit around 40?
Between 30 and 40.
So I want to see how many spots he can move up.
Jeter had a widow head cold last night. He couldn't play.
Why are you making fun of Jeter?
I don't know. It's like you got a cold. Get out there. I can put your glove on.
It's not like you have to.
Miracles happen.
It's not like you have to get your heart rate up.
Yeah, you make how much?
Make
you got
$20 million a year.
You got the
can't go out with a
sniffles.
cold.
I'm fucking hacking up a lung.
And it is baseball where
cold.
you stand around for 90% of the game. So
yeah,
I'm gonna. All right, here we go. Thanks. So McGuire. All right, so A-Rod's over there. All right, how many homers? So 584, I guess. So, all right, he's only 2 away from Frank Robinson. That would put him in 7th.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's another 16. So if he gets 25 homers this year, he passes Sammy Sosa.
Sammy Sosa.
And that's about it, because then he has another 20. All right, if he gets about 46, 47 this year, he is in 5th place, passing Ken Griffey, who has 630 lifetime. And then Willie Mays is out of reach this year anyway.
Yeah.
So A-Rod could easily move up to 5th on the all-time list this year if he has a good year.
Well, I certainly hope he does.
Do you?
That's for sure. Yes, I do. But, yeah, Yankees coming out of the gate looking pretty good, which scares me because usually when they start a season looking like shit, they do much better toward the end of the season.
Mm-hmm.
And Boston, they need some work. There and the Mets, ow.
We had that fine 20-inning game on Saturday.
Yeah, what the hell's that?
Danny and I were talking about that before the show.
Stop it.
I was watching a little bit of that game, and then I did about 5 hours of activities, and then I turned on the TV, and I went, and Danny said the same thing. Why are they replaying the Mets game? I got all confused.
Because
I was so confused too.
Because I know that they usually don't replay it on the broadcast channel, which locally here is Fox.
They throw it to Yes or something.
Yeah, or like SNY or whatever. And
Right.
I'm like, I was confused. You know? I'm like, it's
so
Channel
confused.
5 and the game. And I'm like, why are they replaying the game? And then I saw on the top of the screen, it said, it had a little arrow pointing down, and then it said 19th.
Bottom of the 19th inning. And for if you didn't know, it went 20 innings. 20 innings, a 7-hour game.
20 fucking innings.
Final score was 2-1.
Let's play over 2 games.
I think
that's one that
I think a total combined from both teams, they used 18 pitchers. I think that was the final count from.
They ran out of pitchers.
See,
St. Louis used 2 position players.
You know,
great.
At that point, wouldn't it be smart to let the other team win to save all your pitchers? Because now you go 20 innings to win 2-1, and now you're going to lose the next 3 out of 4 because all your pitchers
are shot.
Are just shot. And how do you say the dude's name for the Rockies who threw that no-hitter? Yeah.
I think it's Ubaldo.
Ubaldo, I'm thinking, is the first name. What?
I'm going to say Jimenez.
Jimenez? Yeah, I think they pronounce that as an H, right? Jimenez. Pitches the first no-hitter in Rockies' 18-year history. Now, that's the first no-hitter for the Rockies.
Yeah.
And the question I have for you, only teams without a no-hitter. And I did not know about one of these teams in here. There's 3 teams left that don't have a no-hitter.
Don't have a no-hitter.
3 teams left.
I would say
I think one of these teams will surprise you.
The Mets.
Yes.
Yep.
I know I gave it away, but
No.
How do the Mets not have a
thinking the
no-hitter
Mets.
in their franchise?
You would think
History.
maybe Tom Seaver would have gotten one.
And even like going way back, you had Nolan Ryan there for a little while.
They have 33 one-hitters.
33 one-hitters, the
Could
Mets.
close the deal. Wow.
So the Mets have never thrown a no-hitter. That's amazing. I would have never guessed that.
I would also say one of Travis's faves, Baltimore.
No, we've thrown plenty of no-hitters.
Yeah.
Baltimore.
Sorry.
Yeah,
We're a classy franchise.
All right.
Up until 13 years.
All right. Calm down now.
This year, too, again.
We're terrible. We're 2-11.
2-11.
You're really
We're
bad.
fucking embarrassing.
Travis, where are you from, man?
I was born in Baltimore.
All right.
Yeah.
Because you love
And
the
you're white?
You love the Canadians and you love the Orioles.
Well, Canadians comes from my wife.
No, I understand that.
No, my
You couldn't
my
pick your
dad.
own hockey teams.
What is what is with calling them the Habs?
That's their nickname.
Why?
Habitants.
What?
They're the habitants.
Yeah.
What is that?
It goes all the way back to when they were...
Well, I don't care how far it goes back. I need to know whenever I see you tweet halves.
When they were
I want to throw my fucking iPhone at you.
Well, now I'm just going to do it more. There's a game tonight, so...
But why halves? What does that mean?
The habitants.
Habitants.
What does that mean?
Back in the day, there was 2 teams in Montreal. There was an English team and there was a French team.
Right.
So it was like the habitants of French Quebec.
Like inhabitant? Like they habitate?
Like that, yeah. Like they were the...
They're the locals.
Yeah.
So they're the local guys.
They're the local guys.
They're the habitants. Can you just call them by their fucking name?
It's tradition.
Sure.
Habs.
And we'll stop calling the Yankees the Bronx Bombers.
Oh, shit.
I don't call the Yankees the Bronx Bombers. They're the Yankees.
Anthony.
They're the Yankees. And the Bronx Bombers is a thing. It's not a name. It's not like they have the fucking... It's not like the Mets. People call them the Metropolitans.
But that's their name.
But they don't call them that.
They should.
Call them the Mets.
The Knickerbockers.
Then they should be the Habs. Then they should just be the Habs. You're right.
They're the habitants.
But then what the fuck is with the Canadians?
They're just the habitants.
But then get rid of the Canadians and call them the Habs.
I like the Habs.
And Canadians has nothing to do with Habs.
I believe their original name...
They call them the Cans.
In English was the habitants.
Call them the Cans then.
They're the habitants.
Or the Canna.
All right, you know what?
I think...
Turn my mic off.
Oh, shit.
No, you're good.
Turn your Twitter off is what you got to do. I see Habs. I want to fucking bite your face.
Oh, fuck. At least his team's still playing.
Yeah,
that's
we're
true.
Still playing.
I don't know what team to fucking follow at this point. I'm thinking maybe Sabres. Exactly. That's the reaction I should have got. What does it matter?
What doesn't matter?
Oh, so the other 2 teams are the Padres and
the Pads
and the Rays.
And the Ers.
The only teams without a no-hitter.
Yeah.
In their franchise history. The Mets in there is shocking. I would have bet against that. Definitely.
Well, you know, I think, relatively speaking to other teams, isn't the Mets a younger franchise? Aren't the Mets a younger franchise?
Well, yeah, they've been around 40, right? 40 somebody.
Yeah.
40 somebody.
40 something.
I'm going to go 48 years. 62
yeah,
was
they
it?
began playing 62.
Yeah, 48
Okay.
years.
Yeah, so that's like...
48 years and one fucking stupid fucking guy can't throw a
I'm
no-hitter?
not saying they shouldn't have one, but it's not like the teams that have been around for 100 and some odd years. You know, that's...
There have been plenty of teams after them that have come.
Yeah, have done it.
Off the top of my head, the Blue Jays.
What's the youngest team to have a no-hitter?
The Rockies.
Rockies?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we said it, 18 years in the league, right?
Yeah.
18-year history.
There was the Rockies and the Marlins.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Rays came in. And I can't remember who came in with the Rays.
No.
Jesus.
I know.
Yeah, we're not quite Mad Dog here.
No,
I know.
He can just blurt those stats off top of his head.
Let's keep it easy for
That'd
everybody.
be the Rays.
Let's keep it easy for everybody. The ABCs of sports.
Exactly.
That's what we're good for.
Just hitting the marks. That's all. The
you want
highlights.
anything deeper, go to fucking Mad Dog Radio.
Yeah.
123 on Sirius. We're just the ABCs.
Exactly.
You see the Strike Force fight, Ant?
No,
The
I
fight
didn't.
after the fights?
The fight after the fights.
Now, CBS has been trying to get the Strike Force going. It's their version of the MMA, right? And I don't want anyone to be confused. Most people aren't, especially the MMA fans.
Yeah.
But Dana White has nothing to do with this fucking league.
No.
And it's been a disaster. Strike Force was on CBS this past Saturday night, and I think it did a 2.3 rating, which is shit.
Shite.
Well, the Strike Force did a 1.0 in the ratings, but it was a 2.3 share, 1.0 rate. I don't know. I don't know how they figured this shit out. It sucked. It stunk. I think a rerun of Law and Order beat Strike Force on Saturday night.
Oh.
But after the fight, this happened.
Feel like you just conquered the world.
Definitely, you know, I mean, I love CBS and Strike Force. They definitely weren't giving me due respect, but Anderson's a true legend, man. I'm glad to have beaten him. He beat the crap out of the worst I've ever been beat that first round.
What's up? Where's my rematch, buddy? Wow.
Yeah, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Not.
That's how we bet on him. That's my only concern.
What the?
That's my only concern.
Yeah. My God. All right.
Pandemonium.
Sometimes these things happen. in MMA, a lot of testosterone in the cage. Gentlemen, we're on national television. Gentlemen, we're in national television. We are going to step away right now on CBS. Back right after this.
Why would you fucking go to a commercial?
You know, CBS
and make believe this didn't happen?
Can suck a fucking dick.
Look,
what a way to drop the ball. Something spontaneous and exciting happens, you know, regardless if it should have happened or whatever. Just the fact that they cut away.
You can't make believe something didn't happen. CBS is really good at that.
God,
when it comes to their radio programming, their
stupid.
TV programming, they like to make believe stuff never happened. You know, obviously...
Was it scripted?
Someone is saying...
Didn't they do that on WWE and WWF all the time, where it would be like, there's pandemonium in the ring,
yes.
and then they would just cut off and end the show?
People
like,
are...
At the end of every fucking event, there'd be pandemonium in the ring, and they would just cut away and go to a show.
People are saying that it might have been set up to create a little buzz, a little talk for Strike Force.
Yeah.
But this goes against
that makes sense, then.
Everything Dana White's into, who obviously has nothing to do with Strike Force.
Legitimate.
He hates all that showboating stuff. So.
Legitimate MMA.
Here, you made the point, Anthony. You probably don't want it to happen.
Yeah.
If you're CBS, I guess. I don't know. Maybe Strike Force wanted it to happen. I don't know. We don't know anything about those guys. But if it's going down, you might as well go with it.
Yeah, but if it's
you might
staged,
as well go with it.
If it was staged, then they probably knew about it and wanted to cut away so people couldn't really see
how
staged it is.
Yeah, because it was a weird cutaway.
Yeah.
It went blank and the audio dropped out, and then they had an overview shot of the cage. Or
I'm going to say fake.
That Strike Force
fake,
should look faker than...
Fakey, fake.
Let me say hi to Steve in Vegas. Steve.
Yes.
Hey, what's up, boys?
Hey, buddy.
I just want to say, I watched the Strike Force. It looks faker than any WWF episode I've ever seen.
It started out as a WWE thing. We have to say WWE now, unfortunately. You're old school. I understand.
Sorry.
But the Wild... Who took WWF? The World
Wildlife Federation.
Yeah, because they were way more important than the WWF. The WWE. Yeah, it started out like that. Absolutely.
Hey, what...
Hey, boys, I was also going to say...
Yeah.
Yes.
That if you watch the last Strike Force event they had, the Diaz brothers did the same thing. They ran in at the end of the last match and started controversy and fights.
So maybe they want to take that route with their MMA. Have a little more of a wrestling thing happening.
What now, the guy that came into the ring and said, what about the rematch?
I don't even know any of these guys.
Who was that?
I don't know their names.
And he had gloves on?
I don't know.
That was Jason Miller. He's actually friends with the Australian guy that does radio here.
But he had
Jason Ellis?
He came in with gloves
he's a
on?
friend of Jason Ellis.
All right, so maybe Jason Ellis will be talking to this guy today, I would assume.
Like, look at him. Okay, when he steps up, does he have gloves on? Or did he just step in the ring bare knuckled?
I don't know.
No, okay, he doesn't have gloves on. And then they're slipping punches, and I don't know.
Maybe that's their thing to get a little buzz
saying
going.
fakety, fake.
They're in trouble. UFC is taking over the world. They're in trouble, this Strike Force. You like Strike Force, Steve?
Sounds silly.
No, I find it to be totally amateur.
Yeah, I'm not going out of my way to watch Strike Force. I'm going out of my way to watch UFC, though. That's
fucking amateur.
And WEC. Thank you, Steve.
Punching out.
Let's say hi to Mongo, the trucker. Mongo.
Let's get Mongo.
Let me get this straight. They changed the channel, or they went to break because violence happened to fight. Oh my God! Panic! Violence happened.
Yeah.
It's the fight.
Yeah. Violence happened, and the guy. This is national television. The whole thing did seem a bit.
The announcer
fake.
sounded fake. Right?
Yeah.
They didn't play their part well.
Yeah.
Very good. Hey, Travis, you were wrong.
Louie Beans, stop fighting.
About what?
The Diamondbacks.
Yeah, I know. I realized it after.
We're the youngest team to have a no-hitter.
Oh.
According to many, many sources.
No,
So
that's true.
Feedback.
I forgot that the Diamondbacks came in with the Rays.
Danny's
The
laughing
D-backs
at
came
you
in
through the
with
glass.
the Rays.
That's fine. Danny fucked up earlier. So.
Oh, shit. You remembering? Are we keeping count? Is that what
sure are. 6:35, Danny Flub.
He's got it marked.
That's classic. Let's go to Vic in New Hampshire. Vic.
The youngest team have a...
Vic, let's go.
Stop listening to that thing and talk.
Vic, obviously a new listener.
He is an ass, and he's gone now.
Well, he says if Strike Force is staged, they have a lot to lose. I want to know what that's about.
Hey, this is Rich from New Hampshire. You guys, am I on with you guys right now?
Yeah, brother. If you're going to call the show, you got to turn down your radio. We're on a little delay.
No, my bad. I couldn't hear you very well. What I was saying is that if there was staged, Nick Diaz, who is a contender for the UFC, has a lot to lose because Dana White would not put up with that shit, and you might, kick him out of the UFC, which would be bad for Nick Diaz because, like I said, he's a contender in the UFC. So.
All right. So, well, it got everyone talking today. I still don't have a desire to watch Strikeforce stuff, but
yeah, the promotion wasn't that great, and I don't know if you guys follow Dana. You guys must follow Dana on Twitter, but he had a big smiley face on right after the melee happened on Saturday night. So I think he was pretty happy that it happened because it's probably going to hurt Strikeforce and help the UFC. So because there's a lot of talk about Jake Shields, who won on Saturday night, going to the UFC. So
okay.
All right, guys, punching out.
Thank you, sir. And finally, John in Georgia, before we move on to something else. John.
It was. Hey, yeah, right after it happened, the Strikeforce CEO made sure he came out and said that mayhem wasn't supposed to be anywhere near the cage. It wasn't staged. The athletic commissions are reviewing the tapes to see who's going to get fined and suspended and all that.
All right.
Yeah. There's always going to be some kind of plausible deniability there, but I ain't buying it.
Hey, God, all our info's wrong today. Hammered Down at 63 on Twitter just tweeted me and said that Lane Staley did not die today. His body was discovered on 420, but he had been dead since about the 5th.
Oh, yeah.
I do know he was laying in his fucking apartment or whatever.
Yeah, rotting for a while.
Rotting for a while.
Well, what do you... Day he died or the day they find him? What do you do?
That's just sad.
What do you do? I say the day they found him, because you're not sure exactly when he died.
You could tell.
Can you?
Yeah, supposedly his fucking body was rotting pretty good by the time they found him.
So they know exactly if it was maybe 11 o'clock. What if it was 11 o'clock on one day at night, or it was 1 in the morning? That's only a couple of hours, and if he's been laying there a while, they're
saying 2 weeks, so they probably fucking did some kind of... you watch those damn shows with Bodden and all that.
But especially 2 weeks.
They probably found an earwig or something.
Yeah, they found a maggot.
They found a maggot or an earwig, and then they were able to fucking count backwards.
I don't think they're able to peg it exactly with 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
It's probably, it could be a day difference. Maybe. Mm-hmm. Unless they know exactly when he copped that fucking...
But basically what they're saying was they found his body on the 20th, and they knew he was dead for a while.
Yeah.
We're all in agreement that he was dead for a while. Oh, goddamn, I hope that's not contagious.
Yeah, it probably is. I've been sneezing and coughing. I think I got the AIDS.
That's the pollen.
That. It's an allergy or AIDS.
No, the pollen count is ridiculous. They were explaining that in the newspapers, too. It's like super pollen or super fucking something. I don't know.
Yeah, my car was all yellow.
Because the fucking weather decided to go to 80, 85 degrees out of nowhere. Now we're back down to
everything up.
Temperatures. Yeah, it's 47 in New York.
We were
40 degrees warmer, a week ago?
Chill in the air this morning.
Not fucking normal. Willie Nelson has a lot to say, Anthony.
Willie has always been just the cool stone guy, and now apparently Willie turned into an asshole.
You're calling him an asshole?
I'm calling him an asshole.
We've had him on the show before.
Well,
Why did he never come back on our show? We had a good time with him.
He probably forgot.
You think?
He's all stoned.
When we were at NEW, his tour bus parked right outside the station, right on 56th Street. Manhattan. It's pretty busy in that area.
Yeah.
His fucking tour bus is taking up pretty much the whole road, causing traffic jams everywhere else. Because people now have to take other roads.
Yeah.
And he's just on his bus getting high before his interview with us.
He apparently gets high before everything.
Yeah.
I don't think he's never not high.
He likes the weed.
Yeah.
Willie Nelson on 9/11.
God.
And you know what, Larry? You're going to hear Larry King, and surprisingly, Larry does a pretty good job here.
He's on Larry King talking about 9/11, and apparently his opinion has changed, too. Ugh.
But the second clip I got, Larry King looks like a complete asshole. So.
Oh, good.
But we start with this.
Willie took part in a great benefit for 9/11 victims and their families. He sang America the Beautiful. I don't think anyone ever sang it better. But he's questioned the official story. What prompted you to look into this from another angle?
Well, just logic. I've seen buildings implode before. I just saw the Texas Stadium implode just a couple of days ago. And these two buildings imploded. And the one next to it where nothing hit it. No plane hit the one next to it. It just decided to fall on its own. So naturally, I have questions about how
I think something was done inside.
Yes.
Right. But I'm told that with the reason it imploded was so much heat from above and so much fuel on the jets that caused it to go down rather than go over.
Never before has a building collapsed because it was hit by an airplane, a steel building. Never before.
Has any building been hit by a 747, though?
I'm sure they have.
So you think there was something going on inside the building?
Well, I just question the whole thing. I question the story. I question the implosions. It just looks too simple, you know.
Well, others have questioned it too, although there was an investigation.
There was an investigation, and I think there should be more.
Oh, my God.
Too simple?
Really? And you just casually say, I'm sure the 747 hitting a building, I'm sure it happened before?
Yeah.
All right, well, wouldn't that be somewhere we could look into?
Yeah, maybe we can look at that, because I don't believe a 747's ever hit a building. I honestly don't. But, I mean, here's stupid Willie Nelson, who I want to choke with his stupid braids now after this one. That's simple. And again, we've been over this so many fucking times. It's simple to imagine that both towers were rigged with explosives while people were working there. And I don't want to hear thermite paint. I've seen it working, and it doesn't work in that fashion. Even super thermite, shut up. Thermite paint. So Willie's saying that's simple. But the idea that there's people that hate us in the world and that hijacked planes and flew them into buildings and collapsed them, that's not simple.
If you have the capability to take down these buildings, why would you involve the planes?
Yeah, and what a coincidence.
Why not just fucking
crash planes?
Why not fucking take down the fucking buildings and then blame it on somebody?
Exactly.
Just blame
and just
it on
say,
somebody.
they planted explosives.
Right.
I don't know what happened.
Right.
You can't have... And when you watch them demolish a building, you can see the explosions so vividly. And they're looking at little sparks shooting out of the side of the building, out of the Trade Center towers, like those are the explosions. Those are friction fucking... There are generators on certain floors. There are mechanical things that will catch on fire, will explode, will... You know, that's what you saw. You saw metal fucking rubbing on metal, making friction and things exploding. You didn't see... like a steady, timed explosion of each floor.
And he mentions Texas Stadium. That's exactly what you saw when you looked at that video of Texas Stadium being imploded. You saw the individual fucking charges going on.
Do you know how they have to be timed when you take down a building with demolitions? It's such a precise art that these guys do when they take down these buildings. And when you watch it, and it's not like they've hidden these things from people. You watch stadiums and buildings explode all the time. It's a very timed, very rhythmic explosion that happens. It's you know, bam, bam, bam. You hear it. Nothing like that happened to the towers. Just stop.
Well, Chester's liver from Whackbag. I like this. He writes, how many scientists and physicists have to explain this before these douches get it?
They never will.
Holy shit, I hate Willie Nelson now.
They never fucking will. And the only thing, I think, B-25 hit the Empire State Building back many years ago. And that didn't go fall down because it was... it's a brick fucking building in 1945.
Let's say hi to Anthony in Sarasota. Anthony.
Hi.
Hi, how are you doing today, guys? No, actually, a 747 did impact the building in the Netherlands about 15 years ago. It was a cargo aircraft outbound, if I recall correctly, and what they had was an engine separation, I believe, on the number 3 engine, which, when it separated, it swung outboard and hit the number 4 engine. The plane was uncontrollable. And basically what happened was it struck the two buildings right in the middle, and they were gone. It was just a hole. So, yeah, I mean, any, discussion about, it not happening before, it has happened before, and the effects are really quite devastating, believe me.
So it took down those buildings in the Netherlands?
Yeah, the 747's engines are held on by a trunnion, a center trunnion, and two forward aft and forward struts. And what happens is those bolts hollow, and water gets in them over time, and they corroded. And under a takeoff thrust, the engine actually just separated. And because it's thrusting, it swung outward, hit the number 4 engine, and the aircraft was finished.
So it has happened.
Oh, yes.
I don't understand when people say like it looks like a controlled demolition, because it just doesn't, and I just can't understand why people find it so hard to believe that, you know, like 10 floors of a building falling on top of the rest of the building.
Yeah.
Like, that's a lot of force there. I mean, picture like a karate guy trying to break through, like, you know, 20 things of ice or whatever, and he does it.
Yeah.
So why is that so probable?
It's so
but
hard
this
to
is
believe.
not like, because it's a building, it can't happen?
Here's another thing that I don't think I've ever heard brought up, but wow, what a coincidence. I guess the World Trade Center, the explosions that were set, all the charges that were set to bring it down, were only set, coincidentally enough, exactly at the point the planes hit. Because that's where the building started its fall. It didn't start at the top floor and boom, 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 boom. It started right where the plane hit. Wow, what a talented pilot to be able to be told, now make sure you hit around the 70th floor, because that's where we planted the explosives. It'll look suspicious
if we don't do that.
If it starts exploding on top of where or below where the plane hit. Don't be a dummy. Fucking idiots.
And what about Building 7?
Shit hit Building 7. And a lot of fire was in Building 7. Everything around the area. You look at that fucking Deutsche Bank building got destroyed. Another building looked like Cloverfield clawed the front of it. It was just... And you don't think that plane parts flying out of a building with a fireball that we all saw won't spew flammable shit onto and into a building? Through the roof, down to the basement? Generators are down there, fucking fuel tanks and everything. And Building 7 was on fire for a long fucking time.
I'm surprised more buildings didn't fall down with
I know.
With these two towers hitting the ground.
Look at the corner of Building 7. They go, with no damage. There's an entire chunk taken out of the corner.
From the building.
It starts at the 18th floor and goes down to like the bottom fucking floor. And the whole thing was on fire on the bottom. Don't even start with your bullshit.
It's exhausting.
You know how many charges it would have taken? You know how long they would have to fucking put charges to control demolition in these buildings?
I just love how the World Trade Center falls on a building and people are like, well, I can't believe it fell down. It's just like...
How about it's the World Trade Center falling on a building?
Two of the biggest buildings in Manhattan fell on this building.
Yeah.
Like there's gonna be some damage, I think.
Yeah, no, how did it fall? No damage.
We got shoot, he's right there. Damn it. All right, hold on.
A truther or a gatekeeper?
We got Michio Kaku. We'll go back to the 9/11 talk in a second. Actually, Dr. Michio Kaku.
Right here.
How are you, sir? Opie and Anthony, of course. Now, we were going to ask you about the volcano, but we got into, once again, the 9/11 discussion. It's so frustrating to us, but Willie Nelson was on Larry King, and he's suspicious, and he thinks that it was a controlled freaking explosion, and the building imploded, and blah, blah, blah. Could you give us 30 seconds on that to shut up everybody?
Okay. So, what do you want to know?
Well, like, why would people think this is a controlled explosion when obviously planes flew into this building and the effects of fuel on the steel brought this down? I don't understand how people can't understand that.
Two reasons. Okay, first of all, everyone's been brainwashed by seeing all these controlled demolitions. We see it on television all the time. And so when we see the World Trade Center go down, we say, aha! Just like I've seen on all the videos on TV. Well, these people don't know anything about controlled demolitions. Controlled demolitions are done from the bottom. You put dynamite on the bottom of the building, not the top. You'd have to be an idiot to put dynamite on the top of a building and have it implode, right? Yes. But the World Trade Center went top down, not bottom up.
Right.
Okay? But these people don't know that because they see all these videos on TV. That's the first thing. And the second thing is, as was said by one woman commentator on her show, fire does not melt steel. And she said that over and over again on her nationally syndicated talk show.
Yes.
Fire does not melt steel. Well, duh. Everybody knows that fire does not melt steel. However, it weakens steel, softens it, so that the the softening of steel will buckle, will cause it to buckle under pressure.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with melted steel. It has to do with buckling steel.
Weakened steel cannot hold all that concrete,
That's right.
and that's it. That's all you need is weakened steel.
That's it.
Oh, those people.
How come it takes a theoretical physicist to explain common sense to people?
But they'll ignore what Michio Kaku is saying today, and they'll continue down this dumb road. And you also taught us...
Some people are ideologically married to a certain point of view. Nothing you tell them is going to change their point of view. Nothing.
And you also taught us that most buildings are made of air. Most of the building is made of air.
Yeah, the reason why it went into free fall is, of course, it went into free fall. The building is empty, for God's sake. I mean, how
relatively
is it that battleships can float if battleships are empty?
Right. Yep.
There you go.
See.
All right.
This now we saw you on TV earlier.
You're turning into the go-to guy, huh, Dr. Michio Kaku?
Well, people want to know about, what natural phenomenon, about physics, and about reality. So that's what I try to provide, What do the laws of physics say about the universe, about our own backyard?
Now, we should ask him about the meteor as well.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
The volcano. What's your take on the whole thing? I hear there's another volcano right next door that could erupt, and is due.
That's right. See, the good news is that maybe this will be a simple repeat of 1821. In 1821, the same volcano blew up, and the eruption lasted for 13 months, but it sputtered. It sputtered over 13 months. Came on, came off. That's a good scenario because eventually the ice will melt, and ice is what makes this volcanic eruption so bad. The worst-case scenario is that the Laki volcano, L-A-K-I, which is nearby, could erupt because of this eruption, like in 1783. That eruption killed 1/4 of the population of Iceland, mainly due to starvation.
I thought he was about to say the world.
Over 50% of all livestock were killed by that eruption, causing mass famine. And in Europe, it caused tens of thousands of deaths throughout Europe, aggravated the collapse of agriculture for several years in Europe. Some historians say that helped to precipitate the French Revolution of 1789 because the French peasantry were impoverished because of that volcanic eruption. So that's the worst-case scenario, is if this eruption sets off a neighboring eruption, and this other volcano is much bigger than this volcano, which is actually quite small, by the way. This is a small eruption aggravated by ice.
And it's easier to say, Laki. That's an easy volcano to pronounce.
Yeah, we're not even attempting
that
to
other
pronounce
one.
the
Wow,
other one.
that's tough.
Yeah, that's too big. Too big of a word for us, sir. But Laki's overdue, too, right?
Well, it's overdue. These cycle times are measured in centuries. The last big one was 1783. Benjamin Franklin was in Paris, by the way. He saw the whole thing happen. The skies darkened. It's called the year without summer. The entire summer was knocked out.
I hear
the
his
eruption itself lasted 8 months.
I hear his plane was delayed coming back to the United States also, right?
That's right. They were going to put his face on the money, and they had to delay that flight.
Yes, yes, indeed. Now, a lot of people stranded. Now, I mean, how long are these people going to be stranded? How long is this going to spew this much ash and debris into the atmosphere?
Well, it could last days and weeks. The best case scenario is if the ice mainly melts, in which case the eruption is over. Ice aggravates the whole situation. Scientists are going there right now to try to find out how much ice is left. You see, when molten lava goes through ice, it causes explosions, it causes glassifying silica, and that's what's aggravating this explosion, because this explosion is actually a rather minor eruption as far as eruptions go. Once the ice is gone, the eruption will be harmless.
So it's like putting one of those frozen turkeys in the boiling oil. Look out.
Yeah, it's splattered. You get explosions.
Yeah.
You get glassification of silica. And this thing is like industrial-grade sandpaper. If it goes into an engine, it just chews up the engine, melts, resolidifies, gums up the blades. And in 1982, a plane almost went down when all 4 engines conked out when it went through a cloud like this.
Oh, wow. We don't want that.
Yeah, that's pretty frightening.
So,
some people say, why not fly under the cloud? Well, there's a danger there. Parts of the cloud are invisible, and when it hits your windshield, it sandblasts your windshield. I mean, what is sandblasting after all?
Yeah.
Sandblasting is taking industrial-grade particles and slamming it into glass, right, and stone. That's what happens when an airplane goes through volcanic ash.
So you pretty much blind them.
you're blinded, right? One pilot actually had to land an airplane by sticking his head outside the cockpit because his windshield was sandblasted by a volcanic ash.
Wow. And now we got this this meteor that was seen over where was that, Wisconsin?
Yeah, Midwest, right? It was a rather. It's on the internet. You can see.
Yeah, very bright.
You know, the impact
lit up the sky.
I was very surprised at the length of time that this thing was lit up. They said they started seeing it a good 15 minutes before it really came through the atmosphere and really got bright. That seems to be a long time for this thing to be heated up in the atmosphere.
Well, we do have a telescope in Arizona. It's the only one in the world that is capable of actually seeing the meteor before it actually hits the ground. It was successful last year. For the first time in history, it actually recorded a meteor as it hit the atmosphere. Then, of course, people on the ground saw it explode in the air, and then people picked it up off the ground. It was in Sudan. So all three stages, in outer space, hitting the atmosphere, and landing on the ground, all three stages were documented. The first time in history, just a few months ago.
How long would we have advance notice for the theoretical planet killer type asteroid or meteor? How much warning would we have that something that could be devastating to the planet is on its way?
Well, asteroids, big ones, are very easy to track because you go in circles around the sun. The comets from the Oort cloud, way, way out there, they're the most dangerous because as they approach the sun, they have irregular orbits. Periodicity 10,000 years, 20,000 years. And when they approach the sun, they have no tail because they're covered in soot. Once they go behind the sun, then the soot blows off, sprouts a tail, and then you got a few weeks warning before it kills you.
Oh, that's wonderful.
A few weeks warning before it kills you.
A few weeks.
A few weeks, huh? Wow. That isn't enough time to do anything, considering we don't even have a shuttle program.
We've been brainwashed to think that the space shuttle can reach a comet or asteroid. Wrong. The space shuttle simply spins circles around the Earth.
Very low orbit.
Go into deep space.
Yeah, low orbit. Is there anything that we have available on the planet right now that would be able to be used to defend against something like that?
We would have to use some of our planetary probes. They can actually go into deep space, but it takes weeks and months and years to get some of these rockets assembled and pointed in the right direction. Remember, the space shuttle can only go in circles around the Earth.
Right.
You have to have one of our planetary probes that goes out to Mars and places like that.
Yeah, that would be
those rockets.
that would be a little too late if to get it in kind of low Earth orbit. You'd have to attack that thing while it's pretty far out there, huh?
That's right. You want to nudge it out of the way. Blowing it up like what Bruce Willis would want to do is the worst thing you want to do because then you get all these baby asteroids coming at you.
Oh, we can't send a drilling team there to drill and put a atomic bomb in there, huh?
That's the worst thing to do because, these asteroids may be collections of rocks that are held together by gravity. So they may not even be solid. And so by blowing it up, you have lots of mini asteroids coming at you.
So what you'd have to do, in essence, is have some type of propulsion device to attach to this thing and kind of push it out of the way.
Well, the cheapest way to deflect it is to simply paint it. Shoot a rocket that simply spray paints, like graffiti. Graffiti is the asteroid. That changes its absorption of sunlight, causes a slight pressure because of sunlight pressure, and nudges it out of the way as it slowly whips around the sun.
Almost like one of those light bulb-looking things with the black and the white on each side, and it spins around because the black is absorbing heat?
Yeah, sort of.
Is that kind of...
That thing actually goes in the opposite direction. It's the heating of one plate versus the other side that causes it to spin. But yeah, in general, if you paint an asteroid far, far away, it will absorb more energy and deflect it a bit. You can actually calculate.
Sent some MS-13 up there, yo.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
That's great.
Spray paint it.
Spray paint it.
I never heard that one. What about things like solar sails attached to it?
Yeah, you could do that. There have been a number of proposals. Another one is to actually use the gravity as a tractor beam, the gravity of a rocket ship to push it out of the way. Another ingenious way is to shoot a laser beam at it, which will vaporize the surface of the rock, causing a jet. And the jet will then push the asteroid out of the way.
All right, okay.
Yeah, so laser
interesting.
beams, spray paint, the gravity of a tractor beam rocket. All of these have been looked at, but they're all very expensive, and they're many, many decades away.
And it would be,
we are sitting ducks.
So we're sitting here pretty much biding our time, hoping nothing happens until we do have the technology available.
That's wonderful. Hey,
to work on that. Wow.
What do you think about the shuttle program ending there?
Well, I'm not happy about it, but, you know, we are in an economic crisis. I just hope the Russians don't get uppity and, you know, use an excuse in the Balkans to shut off our space program.
Yeah, exactly. I find it kind of embarrassing that us as a country have no way of getting our astronauts up to a space station that we really paid for.
Right. Who would have thought? Who would have thought that after all the billions spent on the race to the moon and feeding the Russians, that we wind up paying the Russians $50 million per astronaut, $50 million per astronaut for access to outer space. Who would have thought that?
I think that's crazy. I find it very disheartening as an American and just embarrassing that you know, all these cuts now, especially in NASA. It doesn't even look like in the near future we're going to have a craft to take astronauts up there on our own.
Yeah, and some people are saying that NASA is an agency to nowhere. And the astronauts are astronauts to nowhere. I mean, where are they going to go? Now, the recent press conference by Obama did allay some fears. He finally said we're going to go someplace. We're going to go to an asteroid in 2025 and maybe Mars in the mid-2030s. Who knows for sure? But, you know, some people are saying, well, where's the beef? Okay, you want to go there, that's fine. But where's the beef? Where's the money? You know,
yeah, I've always just thought that the space program here in this country has been a source of pride and a source of new technology that we've gotten that we use on a daily basis from the space program. I mean, I don't think you could go through a day without using numerous items that have been used on the space program and invented directly because of the space program. And it's just a shame to see something that's that important to our country just go to the wayside.
Yeah, you know, we are so dependent on outer space, telecommunications, the internet, GPS, weather satellites. All of that goes through satellite technology. And, you know, we take it for granted until there's a solar flare or something that it spreads our satellites. We take it for granted. And the economy, a good chunk of the economy goes through outer space. Parts of this radio transmission go through outer space.
Yeah, exactly.
And, look, hey, we're just going to have to get used to the fact that after 2020, the Chinese are going to plant a flag on the moon saying that the Chinese have gone to the moon. Okay, if you're okay with that, okay. You're going to have to get used to it. Used to the fact that other nations are going to leapfrog ahead. Hopefully, Obama will say something more definite about what he wants NASA to do.
Yeah, I think he just put a Band-Aid on everybody. I think he was just putting a Band-Aid on everybody's opinion of his cuts. I don't like it. I think it does take away from jobs and new technology that make new products that, again, makes new jobs. And I think NASA is a very important agency for our country, and I hate the fact that we don't have a ship. The budget's been cut, and I don't know. It's embarrassing.
The problem is cost. It costs $10,000 to put a pound of anything into near-Earth orbit. That's your weight in gold to put you in near-Earth orbit. To go on the space shuttle costs about $50 million to go on the space shuttle, just to go around the Earth. So it is expensive. My personal point of view is that we should look at non-chemical means of going into outer space.
Oh, now that's what are you talking? Maybe magnetic rail firing us up there?
Something even easier. Let's say you have a laser rocket, a laser beam on the Earth, so you don't have to put the laser into space. It's on the Earth. You shoot a laser at a payload which contains water. The water boils. Water is harmless. And as it boils, it shoots out one end, and only the payload goes into outer space. Why is space travel so expensive? Because the chemical rocket has to put itself into outer space.
Yes, and that's very, that's the heaviest part.
God, he just simplified it.
Dr. Kaku wants to do one of those pump-up water rockets, pretty much, is what he's suggesting.
Prototypes of this have been fired successfully. They're small prototypes, but you can use ground-based lasers, on the ground, which do not have to go into outer space, to energize water, so it boils, to shoot the payload, just the payload, into outer space.
He loves his lasers.
On a small scale.
Dr. Kaku love his lasers.
Going back to basics. Now, Unfortunately, this guy didn't hear your 2012 discussion, but basically, Michio Kaku is saying the 2012 thing is all bullshit.
It's bunk.
Right, Dr. Michio?
Well, you see, the Mayans did say something about 2012. It's a time of celebration. It's their New Year's. But I think Westerners have hijacked the calendar for their own purposes. In the Mayan culture, there's no history of apocalypse. That's a Western concept. In the East and also in these societies, what they celebrate is the renewal of the seasons, not the end of the world. That's a Western concept being imposed upon an ancient Mayan time of celebration. We're supposed to celebrate in 2012.
There's so many, people love interpreting things and then spreading it around like it's fact. Or it's just
because
insane.
they make money on it. Think of all the books that have been written about 2012.
Movies.
Right?
Yeah.
Big business 2012. People are making a lot of books.
Sure.
Anyone can write a book because anyone can say, well, the Mayans meant this, the Mayans meant that. But if you actually go to what the Mayans had, they had a calendar that is cyclic, and it's nothing but a new cycle. But it makes for a good copy. You can make a lot of money saying that that's the end of the world.
Now, obviously, 2012 BS. What's the one thing we got to worry about as humans? What's the next big thing? You told us last time an earthquake taking out a city, a major city.
Tsunami.
A tsunami.
Like that, right?
Yeah, well, if you take a look at disasters now, okay, volcanic eruptions take place on the scale of centuries. But earthquakes, we are overdue for a big one in California and Tokyo and Istanbul. And so in our lifetime, we'll probably see one or more of these great cities reduced to near rubble. And we're just going to have to prepare for that fact. Another possibility now on a scale of centuries is a gigantic solar flare from the sun that wipes out all communications, satellites, and our power supply, like what happened in 1859. This is called the Carrington event. It was the largest solar flare ever recorded, because, of course, we didn't have electricity before that period of time. We had telegraph wires, but you could read the newspaper at night in Cuba because of the aurora borealis in Cuba. In 1859.
So
this is unprecedented.
So that would be devastating because we know people, if you take their technology away for any length of time, we're going to revert back to being animals pretty quickly.
That's right. Take a look at electricity. Without electricity, food rots. You'd have food riots within 3 days. No rescue crews from outside because they're paralyzed, too, with food riots. Governments could collapse. And the physicists have estimated the damage of another Carrington event. And again, we don't expect it to happen for quite a while. However, it would be about $2 trillion. $2 trillion damage to the world economy if it knocks out power supplies, transformers, power stations simultaneously, and all satellites simultaneously going out because the sun has a temper tantrum.
We are kind of at the mercy of
nature.
This planet and the solar system, and
we think we're so hot, right?
Yeah.
But Mother Nature says, "Ha! You humans are puny to what I can do."
Yeah, it really is amazing. Sometimes when you get these cataclysmic events, you realize how actually small they are on a planetary scale, but how devastating they are locally to the people that it happens to. And you realize, if something bigger would have happened, that could really screw up civilization.
Right. And some people think that maybe Mother Nature is having revenge on us because we have all these earthquakes happening in a row. Now we have a gigantic volcanic eruption. But if you think about it, earthquakes and volcanic eruptions happen all the time, but mainly underwater.
Oh, yeah. Well,
we forget that there's no CNN underwater. There's no peoples to die underwater. But the Earth erupts all the time with monster earthquakes, monster volcanic eruptions underwater.
That's only on the fish news, and I don't get that on my cable network.
So it's not that we're having more earthquakes, it's that they're happening in places where we care about.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what happens is, we are encroaching on Mother Nature. That's what's really happening. Mother Nature is not angry at us. We are encroaching upon her. Back in 1821, when that volcano blew up in Iceland, there were no transatlantic flights. Right. And in 1783, Benjamin Franklin didn't mind being stranded in Paris because ships were unaffected by what was happening in the atmosphere.
And rumor has it he did like his women.
So now we are encroaching on Mother Nature. So we're gonna find more of these things. We're gonna have more earthquakes killing people, more encounters with volcanoes because of progress. Because we have more technology that we didn't have 100 years ago.
Wow. And what about that Yellowstone thing you mentioned one time on our show? Is it an earthquake under Yellowstone?
Oh, well, okay, there is a monster supervolcano under Yellowstone. Okay. We don't know when it's going to erupt. It erupts on a scale of hundreds of thousands of years. However, if you do go back, about 500,000 years, you find eruptions that are just cataclysmic. If it were to happen, it would destroy the United States of America as we know it. It would just basically take out the entire middle of America. But again, these eruptions take place on a scale of hundreds of thousands of years, not hundreds of years, not decades, but hundreds of thousands of years. So it's very hard to predict. There's also another supervolcano in the Canary Islands. If it collapses simultaneously, it'll create a landslide that'll push water into a tsunami. The tsunami will then go across the pond called the Atlantic Ocean and devastate Boston, New York, Washington, D.C., or Boswash, as we call it.
Boswash.
So that is a doomsday scenario, two doomsday scenarios, two supervolcanoes. But again, their cycle time is on a scale of thousands to hundreds of thousands of years.
Yeah, well, it's like spinning the wheel, though. It's got to happen sometime.
Yeah, it's inevitable. It's inevitable that Yellowstone will blow up at some point. And that's what's going to, if you can simply put fast forward on the videotape, hit fast forward, look thousands of years in the future, you'll see that the guts of America will be taken out.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Well, Dr. Kaku, thank you again for enlightening us and our listeners.
And
you're always
check more on the Science Channel.
Of course.
I host Sci-Fi Science on the Science Channel.
Absolutely. I love the show, by the way. I do. I watch it all the time. You're very entertaining and very interesting with the subjects that you cover and some of those theories and everything. I love it. Love Dr. Kaku's show.
Dr. Kaku, when can we look forward to a new season of Sci-Fi Science?
Oh, well, yeah, we're filming it right now. Even as we speak, we're in the middle of filming the second season. The second season debuts in fall of this year.
Yes. Very cool.
It's the #1 show on the Science Channel.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
You're beating out How It's Made?
That's a tough one to beat.
I like that one too.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, that's good.
Dr. Michio Kaku, always a pleasure. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, thank you.
All right, there he goes, Dr. Michio Kaku.
Dr. Michio Kaku.
Very interesting.
I love when we touch on like you slip in a sexual thing or a curse, and he doesn't acknowledge it whatsoever. Like it never happened.
He doesn't even hear it.
He
hears everything else.
A wormhole.
Right.
I wanted to talk about Ben Franklin and how he invented bifocals so he could lick a French girl's pussy and look at her tits just by looking up and down. Because he's such a horn dog. Dude, reading had nothing to do with it. That guy loved his French chicks, and he wanted to be able to see the clit, so he'd look down his nose, and then he looks up at the titties through the top part.
And look at her eyes to see if she's enjoying it.
Of course.
See if he has to make any adjustments.
Ben was a horn dog. That motherfucker.
Writing love letters.
Yes.
Across the ocean.
Did he love his French pussy?
Also, Keith J. in Niagara Falls. Get Jennifer Aniston to spread her legs at the Meteor or the comet, and the stink will repel the comet.
We'll deflect it.
Yeah, right.
That'll be good.
Fucking Rogan's on the line.
Whoa.
JoeRogan.net on Twitter. What's up, brother?
Gentlemen, what's happening?
Hello, Joe.
I'm still awake here in Los Angeles for some strange reason, and I heard you guys were talking about Twitter or about Strike Force, rather.
Well, we were also talking to Dr. Michio Kaku. You ever get into him or what?
Did I ever get into him?
Yeah.
Well, not literally.
He's got some good shit to say, man. He would blow your mind. I think we put him on the phone with you last time.
Yeah,
that's right.
We talked to him. Remember?
Yeah,
we talked about
I just remembered.
life being seeded on Earth from space and all kinds of other crazy shit.
Yeah, he's talking about this volcano in Iceland. And
that's scary shit, dude. The real scary one is the one in Yellowstone. There's a caldera volcano in Yellowstone that's 600 fucking kilometers wide.
Yeah, he was just talking about that one and how, in time, you don't know. It could be thousands, hundreds, thousands, million, whatever it is. But eventually, that whole center is just going to explode out of this country.
Taking out most of the United States.
Yeah, it's a continent killer. It blows up every 600,000 to 800,000 years, and the last time it blew up was 600,000 years.
All right, let's fucking
we're
set your
way
watches,
overdue?
Kids.
We're overdue.
Oh,
It's
that's
anytime.
wonderful.
It's literally, and they've had
Pass the
over
fucking
2,000
joint.
earthquakes there since January.
Can't they just drill a hole and vent it? Just fucking pipe it into the ocean, as I'm sure.
They've had 2,000 earthquakes since January in Yellowstone?
Yeah, more than that. More than 2,000 earthquakes since January there.
Is that normal?
No, it's not.
Oh, good. Thanks, Joe. Jesus, thanks.
Just send Rogan there to kick the volcano's ass, bro.
Man.
Man.
What's your take on the strike force thing? We all know what your take would be, but not good for the sport, not good for strike force, right?
Well, it's not bad. It's getting people looking at it. So anytime people are looking at things, it's good for them because, they need ratings and everything. But I heard you guys thought that it was fake.
Yeah, kind of something looked a little WWE about it.
Definitely not fake. Definitely not
really?
fake. I got a phone call from Mayhem's manager, who's a good buddy of mine, and Mayhem's a good buddy of mine as well.
Mm-hmm.
And they're really freaking out about it because they're worried the strike force isn't going to use Mayhem anymore. And, Jason stepped into the octagon because he had a previous fight with Jake Shields. It was a real close decision, and he felt like he didn't fight it to his best. And he wanted to challenge him to try to get a rematch. And so he picked a really shitty time to do it, like right after the guy won, had, the toughest fight of his career. He got knocked down and really badly hurt in the first round. There was a lot of emotions going on, and his whole team was there. And, of course, everybody got in Mayhem's face, and they started pushing, and then a brawl broke out. It was definitely not planned.
Oh, okay. Well,
that's good to know. Well,
I'll take Joe's word for it.
The announcers sound a bit fake, man.
The announcers sound fake. The announcers are terrible.
Yeah, they're well. That's
Shamrock is good. Frank Shamrock, I think, is good. But the guy who's like just the sports guy, Gus, whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah.
Those guys, they're killing my ears. It's fucking death. He doesn't know anything about MMA, and I'm listening to it, and I'm like, and he's saying like, oh, this kind of stuff happens in MMA. Fucking when? When have you ever seen that shit happen in the UFC? Ever? It doesn't happen in MMA. It happens in unorganized Bush League events where they don't control the fucking cage, and they let 20, 30 guys from the camp get in there, and they let Mayhem walk up and grab the mic. You can't do that in the UFC.
Mm-hmm.
They have the cages locked up. You can't get in there. You can't just walk in the middle of a fucking national broadcast on CBS and get on camera. That's just Bush League bullshit.
Yeah.
That's the real problem, is they let that happen, and they let this brawl break out.
Yeah, that did seem a little like irresponsible. If like I was saying, that's why I thought it was fake too. It's like, how does this happen?
Exactly.
How does this happen?
They're
Meanwhile,
just really badly organized. I have friends that fight for those guys, and they all complain. It's very poorly organized. It's very difficult to pull off what the UFC pulls off and make it look easy. And these guys, they see all the money that's involved, and they say, fuck it, let's get in on this. And so they throw a fuckload of money at it, and they try to put it together, but it requires a lot of getting things right. And the UFC has gone through a lot of trial and error over a fucking decade to figure it out.
Yeah, obviously. And it's true. You watch UFC and you see a professional organization at work, and you assume that anyone can just do that, and it doesn't work out.
Yeah, the ratings were
One thing you can never do is you can never let all those fucking psychos into the cage after the fight.
Yeah,
you can't do that.
Psychopath.
You're only supposed to have the coach, the trainers, like you have two cornermen, and one support guy that's allowed into the octagon. You're not allowed to have 10, 15 fucking guys in there. That's nonsense. And when the decision's being read, they have fucking security at the sides of the cage. Always. You don't let just people just run in there and fucking grab the mic and go, yo, when am I going to get the fight? That's ridiculous.
Pull the fucking Kanye on the motherfucker. You didn't even let him fucking enjoy his moment.
Exactly.
At least he took on another man instead of
a little blonde-haired girl.
Right, exactly. Strike Force, the ratings weren't kind for that Strike Force.
Well, they were okay. I mean, the real problem was that the show went way over. They went over an hour over their allotted time. So they went right through the news. They went a half an hour through the news and a half an hour into CSI. So the only way that I got to watch it was that I was watching it live, because I have friends that set their TiVos for it, and they got fucked. They didn't even get a chance to see the main event.
Oh, wow, that's not smart programming at all.
That's terrible. It's all Bush League across the board. The entire production's Bush League.
Right on. Hey, what else is on your radar while we have you on the phone, Joe? Anything?
I don't know. I'm just wondering why I'm so awake.
I know. That's
really.
Weird.
What the hell are you doing?
I'm cleaning out my office. I'm organizing my office, so I'm obsessed.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, well, I'm doing my weekly podcast, and I decided to turn my office into like some sort of a studio, and so I've just been throwing everything out and just cleaning it up. Very boring stuff.
Dude, your podcast is taking off, man.
It's fun, man. I
Yeah,
mean,
it
I
looks
started
like you're
doing it
having a
just as
good
a
time.
goof, and now it's like the number 8 comedy podcast on iTunes. And so now I'm actually putting effort into it.
Yeah, give it a try.
It's fun. I mean, fuck, I've wanted to do radio forever. I always love it when I do your show. But it's like, to actually get a radio show is such a goddamn fucking pain in the ass. It's so much fun to do, but it's so difficult to pull off. But
What happened with our boys talking to you?
Oh, we're going to do something. I'm going to do something once a week for 6 weeks for them. And we're going to do like a trial run.
Is he going to be on our channel, hopefully?
Hopefully.
It better
I don't know.
fucking
I don't know
be.
what channel they're going to put it on.
We got you guys together. I mean, Joe Rogan's perfect for this Sirius XM
I would
thing.
love it. I would love
Perfect.
to be on your channel. That would be the shit. It would be fun.
That would rule.
And expect to be paid in the tens of dollars, my friend.
right.
I'm fucking fired up for that. I told them I'd do it for free if I could just put it online.
Why would
their
you
eyes
do
must
that?
have lit up there.
Why would you do that? Because that's basically what they're going to offer.
But
Well,
it's
all
good.
I want to do, all I'm doing it for is just to advertise gigs and to show them that I could do it, and
Quid pro quo.
Yeah, it would just be so much fun to do. I mean, I would get so jealous every time I listen to you guys. Like, it just sounds like so much fun.
You could so do this.
Oh, hell's yeah. Hell's yeah.
All right.
Mr. Rogan, thank you.
Yes. Well,
You're doing
thanks for having me on. I just wanted to clear up the whole Strike Force mess. It definitely wasn't fake. And any questions?
That's good. Coming from Joe Rogan, I'll absolutely buy that.
Yeah, and if you guys ever have any MMA questions, feel free to email me.
Well, the WEC thing happened.
That's this weekend. I'm actually commentating on that.
Are you? That
Yeah.
is going to be amazing.
Yeah, that's going to be a fun pay-per-view. The lighter guys are always the most fun, and Jose Aldo and Uriah Faber is the main event, and that's a sick fucking fight. That if you've never seen Jose Aldo, he's probably one of the very best pound-for-pound fighters in the world. He's like a small Anderson Silva, but he doesn't have all the psychological issues that Anderson has about like finishing fights.
Yeah, the buzz on this fight is going through the roof, so
Yeah,
I'm going to check it out. Definitely
It's pretty
check it out.
sick. Uriah Faber is a bad motherfucker, too, so it should be real interesting. And Aldo is a freak, man. He's, like, literally one of the best Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guys in the world. He's beaten, like, top-notch Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu world champions in straight grappling competitions, but he's won, like, almost all of his fights by knockout. I mean, he's an incredible athlete. Really, like, a freak prospect. And he's, became the champion beating this guy Mike Brown, who's the guy who beat Uriah Faber twice. So it's a pretty fucking intense fight.
Now, I'm confused. Why doesn't Dana bring the lighter guys into the UFC?
Well, what happens is they bought the WEC, and they have, network obligations and all sorts of other things. They own the WEC as well as the UFC, and the WEC is right now they air on Versus.
Okay.
So they really kind of can't do that as of right now. But they can't just start the new weight classes. But who knows what's going to happen in the future? Well, I'm just excited to be able to do commentary on these guys because I think they're underlooked. I think they're probably some of the most exciting weight classes in the world.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying that. And if you got an Aldo fight, I'm thinking, man, that would be great to be part of UFC pay-per-view. You move those guys up.
Want those guys to get more attention too because the WEC just doesn't have the same cachet, it doesn't have the same value.
I don't know shit about the WEC, but
yeah, it's a problem with the UFC now. The brand is so huge that people just associate the best fighters in the world with the UFC, and you hear the WEC, and people just go, well, what is that? It's such a small percentage of the people that actually know, which really sucks because some of the fighters are fucking incredible. I mean, they've got a bunch of great fighters over there.
well, this pay-per-view this weekend is going to help that. So get a little more exposure for the WEC.
All right, I'm going to sleep.
Yeah, thank you, Joe. JoeRogan.net on Twitter, man. Follow
Thanks,
him.
Joe.
He's
Take
a
it
great
easy, man.
follow.
Thank you, gentlemen. Later.
All right, Joe Rogan.
Rogan rules.
I think we just talked for an hour and a half.
Fucking guy. The fucking guy.
Oh!
Yeah.
It's breaky time.
Breaky, wakey.
I agree with Brian L. in Florida.
What?
He goes, stop talking in kilometers. We don't live in Europe, dickheads.
Who's talking in K?
I think kilometers came up in the discussion with Dr. Michio Kaku and maybe with Joe Rogan, too.
Many
but I'm not sure.
kilometers.
Like 600 kilometers or 600, I don't know. How many miles is that?
Metric didn't take off here, except for liters.
Barely. Oh, yeah, beer.
And if you listen
Beer.
to... Apatow movie was that? The Informant. He goes into a little thing about why liters, because it just sounds better than quart. Quart. Liter. Like you wouldn't buy a quart of soda. I want a quart of cola. I want a liter of cola. Just get a large Farva. I don't want a large Farva. I love that.
Goddamn burger punks. I almost rented Informant.
Yeah?
It's good, right?
Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was good.
I went Bottle Rocket instead.
It's funny, and then there's some little twisties in it, so it's
all right, I'm going to check out Informant.
I didn't mind it.
I went Bottle Rocket, though.
Did you?
Yeah. Great little fucking movie. Put the Wilson brothers on the map.
Oh, yeah, I did see that one. Yeah.
It's a little Wes Anderson flick.
Yeah, I saw that one a while ago.
Very fucking good.
Just a few movies this weekend, but nothing special.
Remember this from Intervention? We played it last week.
Out in my heart. I still love you.
Dude, that fucking video, because he's just sitting there, all straight-faced, and then he goes, just out of nowhere, that fucking scream.
Well,
that rules.
I don't know if it's going to take off, but we got our first fucking remix.
Oh.
Derek, D-Boy came up with this?
Yeah, I do believe this is a D-Boy creation.
Is he unhappy that Kick-Ass is doing well? Because I think that's
it is Lionsgate
movie.
It is Lionsgate.
I'll have to find out.
He's not happy. He can't be happy that Kick-Ass is doing well.
Not a successful Lionsgate movie. No, he can't be happy.
No. But Derek D-Boy, a.k.a. D-Boy, came up with this.
God damn.
So simple, but so good.
I fucking love that.
D-Boy.
Love you.
Yes.
Kick-Ass is doing well, and that's a Lionsgate movie.
Yeah, what do you
What's
think?
your thoughts?
It'll fall off after this weekend.
You think?
Yeah.
I was thinking
I think it's going the other way, man.
Take off or level off?
It's going to have, it's like The Watchmen. It's one of those comic book, like, fan things.
Shit.
When they all come out the first weekend and then it just drops off the next weekend.
You hope so, right? Fucking Lionsgate.
It looks
hater.
awful. I don't see, like...
Bro, people that
Really?
have seen it liked it.
It's just something about a kid,
yeah,
cursing and getting punched in the face. That's kind of funny. People
a
find
little 11-year-old girl
appealing.
gets punched in the face. She's cursing.
Something like that.
Made $20 million, just under $20 million.
Yeah, and it lost to a film that was on the charts for how many weeks? 4 weeks?
Oh, shit.
What did it lose to?
The Dragon
How
something?
to Train Your Dragon.
You know what, though? That's one of those.
Just,
That's a G-rated animated film.
Everyone goes to those.
It's been around for 4 weeks, though. Yeah, but it's tough to see an R-rated comedy open at number one. I don't care who it's aimed towards.
Good
It's just very
point.
difficult.
R-rated movies are tough as far
really-
as getting
you
the
know.
number one ranking for the weekend.
D. Ross tops D-Boy right there.
Take that, Blair Monster.
Blair Monster.
See you next week.
Oh, what's Trav Dog have to say about this? I love the names around this place.
And I love how people on Facebook are now calling me Trav Dog.
Why wouldn't they?
And why would
You're
you
fucking Trav Dog?
And then why would you acknowledge it on the show, which is just going to make it worse?
No, it never makes it
Trav
worse.
Dog.
No, it won't make it worse.
Don't worry, Trav Dog.
All right. Hey,
Hope your Habs win, Trav Dog.
No, caps all the way.
Hab Dog.
Why are they called the Habs again?
Habitants.
The Habitants.
Yeah, see? Now Ant knows everything.
Habitants.
Thank God I know that. Now I could hate it more.
I'm not even following that series. Are the Habs doing good?
It's 1-1.
1-1.
1-1 right now?
You know,
great
it's
game
terrible,
on
though.
Wait, you're a Habs fan, too?
Caps.
Oh, yeah, they're playing the Caps, of course.
When the Habs lost, Travis went,
Ovechkin.
Yep.
You like the Ovechkin?
Love them.
Love
Green.
the Ovechkin.
You got Semin. We got all of them.
I don't know. I only know Ovechkin
Dude.
as far as the Caps go.
Dude, their team's stacked this year.
A lot of people saying they should win it all this year, D-Boy.
Hopefully.
We'll see what happens.
Be the first in team history, too.
damn.
Yeah. Never
Derek-
won a Stanley Cup.
Derek's a fair weather fan though, because
I'm not a fair weather fan.
Here it goes.
I am not.
Halfway through the game on Saturday, he texts me. He says, "I'm done with this shit," and then he tells me this morning he just threw off his jersey and stopped watching the second period.
They were down by 3 goals.
Fair weather fan.
But that is a definition of a fair weather fan.
Yeah. I didn't want to see him get clobbered.
But you took your jersey off?
Yeah, I threw it on the ground and stomped on it, and watched the Mets.
I also love
Oh, good.
Yeah. All of a sudden, 3 weeks ago, fucking Blair Monster shows up with a brand new pristine Yankees hat, and just decides that this year he's going to be a Yankees fan.
Better at the beginning of the season, my friend.
Hey, listen, my whole family's from Jersey. I'm the only one born outside of Jersey. I've been living here for the last 8 years.
Have you ever worn a Yankees hat ever in the 5 years that I've known you?
No, never.
He's got one now.
Yes.
You know why? Because he's tired of his team losing, so he's switching teams.
I'm tired of Baltimore being a shitty baseball team.
Good. Why can't you switch teams?
You grew up a Baltimore Orioles fan?
Yeah.
Oh my God! What
They haven't won anything since 1983. When I was born.
I know, it's like the worst thing that you could possibly do.
It was the year I was born. The last time they won a World Series.
I thought you were just maybe a casual fan trying to and decide to step it up.
Hang in there for what? They're 2-10.
You fucking turned his back
What
on
if
the
in
Orioles?
10 years he's still a Yankee fan, hardcore? Is he still fair weather fan? You got to start somewhere.
He'll stop being a Yankee fan when they stop winning.
Derek, welcome to the family.
Oh, that is so bad. That I didn't realize.
Baltimore stinks. As long as Angelos owns that team, they're not going anywhere.
Derek's been a fucking a Redskins fan for his entire life, and this year he decided now he's going to be an Eagles fan.
Snyder fucked that team up too.
You're such a fair weather fan across the board.
I'm not.
That's fantastic.
You ripped off your Caps jersey because they were losing.
Dude, every
You're
year.
now a Yankees fan.
That is a great idea, though. Every year you just switch.
Well, we
and
talked about
watch
that.
The winning team.
Yeah. Why can't we be
fans?
Why can't we be free agents?
Fantastic idea.
You shouldn't be welcoming him to the family because you get shit for your Yankees fanery because of people like him,
like D-Boy,
who just decide to jump on the train whenever
I've slowly started to become a Yankees fan the entire 8 years I've been living up here. So gradually
it's hard not
moved
to.
over. It's hard not to, especially when they're on every day.
They're on.
South Jersey Yankees.
Great to watch.
And it's not even your secondary team because when I lived in Western New York, I took a peek at Buffalo sports because I was up there, but they were still my secondary team.
Yeah,
you said fuck that.
I said fuck. Yeah,
his secondary team was the Nationals. He had a Nationals hat on last year.
The Nationals weren't around like when I became a fan of Baltimore.
What happens?
They weren't around last year.
What happens if the Orioles completely turn around and become this amazing team starting next year or 2 years down the road? Then what happens?
They won't. Until he sells that team, they're not going to do anything.
Okay, see, I don't know. I don't know the insides inside of
They
that.
suck a dick.
Yeah,
they really suck a dick.
All right, so
next year
you're a Caps fan, a Yankees fan, and an Eagles fan.
Eagles
no,
fan.
I'm back to Washington this year.
Oh, are you? You're going
they
back
had a choice before they got McNabb.
He burned his Redskins jersey last year.
D-Boy rules.
Hey, we got Derek in Staten Island. He has a comment about Kick-Ass. Derek.
Hey guys, how you doing? Listen, I saw Kick-Ass twice this weekend. Best movie I've ever seen in my life. You have an 11-year-old fucking.
She's in love.
You have an 11-year-old saying cunt.
Hey, dude, just because you're in the movie doesn't mean it's really good.
Listen, I might have a bad voice, but that movie was great.
How was the purple wig to wear that?
It was pretty damn good. You know what I mean? Dude, for an 11-year-old, she was hot.
She?
Are you a fan of the comic?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the comic, man, but the only problem was when they were writing the movie, it took forever for the comics to come out then.
I just want to scream now at people.
All right, Derek, thank you.
All right, thanks a lot, guys.
And thanks to D-Boy, the fair weather fan.
Yes. D-Boy, back to your fucking room where you do God knows what. He pumps out brilliant stuff in there, but who knows what he's doing on his off time. Pornography. Right. Very proud.
Anthony, speaking
of D-Boy.
Speaking of Kick-Ass,
and by the way, quickly,
what?
D-Boy is one of the most fun people to have at a party. He's just hysterical. Drinks, goofs on shit, laughs out of nowhere.
Derek's a strange fellow because, like, we dragged him out to Ant's house one night. This was, I think, like last summer, and like the bar was there. Like, there's kegs of beer. There's there's booze as far as the eye could see.
And in the fridge, there's bottled beer if you don't want the tap beer.
So what does this kid do? He brings a 12-pack and some ice and sits there.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Old school.
Old school.
He had a 12-pack in a case that you'd normally have like a case of beer. So he put the 12-pack in there, and just threw ice all on top
of it. Made his own like ghetto cooler.
Yeah,
just drank his own
cooler.
beers.
And he's just sitting, leans back, pops another one.
And then I thought that he had passed out or whatever, because all of a sudden it was like, where'd Derek go? I was like, oh, I guess you went to sleep or whatever. Then he just appears like an hour and a half later. It's like, where were you? You fell asleep? He's like, no, I was playing Call of Duty.
He just goes and plays Call of Duty.
Yeah, he plays Call of Duty.
Comes back. Did he bring a 6-pack of shitty beer, old school, and then take someone's good beer?
No, he brought beer he likes. I forgot what it was, but
he's like he's a real big micro brew.
He's a micro brew guy.
Brand. I think he didn't like the commercialism of the Bud Light. Probably.
This just in: D-Boy is now officially working for Howard Stern. See, because he has to move on to. Okay. See, because he was a fair weather.
So he's got. Oh, that wasn't good.
Hey, Anthony, Bob Kelly. This is from January 7th. So we're talking, a little over 3 months ago.
Yeah.
Bob Kelly was on this show talking about that movie, Kick-Ass. Now, at the time, no one knew about Kick-Ass. I think the first trailer hit movie theaters or whatever. It was just starting to pop on people's radar 3 months ago. The movie just came out, okay? Mm-hmm. And Bob Kelly brought to our show his thoughts on Kick-Ass.
Yeah.
And we just beat the living shit out of him.
And
listen to this.
I'll tell you what movie's going to be the best, the fucking best movie coming out that is going to bring Nick Cage's career back. Danny, type in ass kiss or something like that.
Look, that's funny enough that he didn't even know the name of the movie. Ass kiss?
Well, it's from 3 months ago.
What? How about it shows a picture of him and Dane Cook.
Ass kiss. Ass kick.
It's
kick ass. Kick ass. And then let me wait till you see this clip. This fucking thing is insane. That's it right there.
I don't believe you.
I'll tell you right now. Yeah, see the trailer, but see the girl trailer. Let me tell you which one.
It ain't happening. No. It certainly ain't happening. Bobby's just fucking too excited about it. He's building it up, and it's gonna suck. No one cares. The movie's gonna flop, and Bobby's gonna be all alone trying to still convince us it's good.
We're just humoring him at this point.
Fucking stinks.
He's over there still trying to find
it. It's gonna bring back his fucking career. He's up helping Danny find it. All you had to do is there it is.
All right, we're watching.
It's a comedy fucking about superheroes.
It's comedy about fucking superheroes.
We're back live. This is from 3 months ago.
Yeah.
So I do remember this. We watched the scene from the movie and not a reaction from any of us.
No. Kid cursing.
That's a little kid.
All right.
Okay, you cunt. I'm that girl.
You can't have a kid say cunt.
Why?
All right, just never heard that before. Is that real?
Yeah, that's real.
That's from Lionsgate, by the way. What is that?
Right.
That girl can't be. I'm boggled that they let a kid.
It's about
speak like
even
that.
Nick Cage is a superhero too. He's like a Batman type guy.
Yeah.
And
I love Nick Cage.
All the fucking, all the kids are superheroes, but then they don't have
Patrice
superhero
O'Neal
power.
is speechless after that trailer.
I don't want to hurt my friend's enthusiasm for that horse manure.
You don't think that movie would be funny?
It can eat ass. That little girl can blow me since she's saying cunt so much. It can eat dick.
You don't like that movie?
I didn't see the movie. No one likes that movie. It'll make $6,800 at the box office.
I'll bet you right now that movie is a fucking
who'll go see
blockbuster.
It can't be.
Why not?
Because the little girl said cunt. Rated R movies can't be
They
blockbusters.
will not allow that to happen.
There's no such thing as a rated R blockbuster.
You know what? I bet you that scene is not even in the movie when it comes out.
Really?
It's going to hurt the box office. Yeah.
You think?
Yeah, it'll be one of those things. They get rid
Nicolas Cage, they had to pay him $20 million. The girl, $4.
$4.
It's the movie will make $40 million.
Are you out of your mind?
That's it.
We don't know shit.
No, we don't.
The scene was
Only
in the movie,
terrible.
and the movie is doing very well.
Yeah, it's
it did
$20 million,
just under $20 million for the first weekend.
And there was a lot of confusion as to what type of movie this was. We talked about this earlier.
Didn't
A lot
know
of people
what it
think
wanted
it's
to be.
kind of a kid movie.
Is it a comedy?
Which it
Is it
isn't.
an action film?
It's rated R, and parents were taking their kids to it over the weekend thinking it's some fun kid superhero movie. And meanwhile, it's ultra-violent, potty mouth language out of children.
One more clip. Final thoughts. This is from January 7th of this year. I hate Nicolas Cage. Me and Patrice have had a thing going for a few minutes here. The enthusiasm comment really just bummed me out about Bobby, because you're so right. You don't want to crush his enthusiasm for liking a kid movie and Nick Cage. It's just... I don't even know what to do with that.
That's going to be a good movie. I guarantee you go and see it. I guarantee if you go and see it, you'll like it.
You were so excited, and all of us were looking
I
at this
wasn't that.
trailer
Let's
like,
not get fucking carried
First of all,
away.
the movie's been made a million fucking times.
Was I that
the action
excited?
scenes are all the same shit you've seen, and a girl saying cunt.
I'm going to tell you why you was excited, Bobby.
A 9-year-old girl.
And Bobby goes, was I really that
13.
excited? Yes, and I'm going to tell you why.
You really were excited.
He went completely away from everywhere we were going to go.
Yeah.
And went on a limb and said, he got up,
he really
helped
wanted
Danny
to turn
find it.
He wanted to turn us onto something new.
The cursing girl's cute. I'll give it that. It's like a novelty thing. It's funny.
I don't know if it's cute more than it's fucking sexual, but go ahead.
But Nicolas Cage has nothing to do with that trailer. It's the girl running around.
There's
That's a good point too, Ray.
There's another scene
That
with
is a
him.
good point.
There's another scene with him and the girl where he shoots the girl in the chest.
Why?
To teach her how to take a bullet. She has a jacket on. He's like, okay, honey, this is gonna hurt, but blah blah. And then he just shoots her in the fucking chest.
It sounds like a bomb.
I guarantee. I'll bet you right now it does. I bet you right now it does good.
Bomb.
I bet you right now.
Bobby,
there's a lot of bad movies that do good.
They're going to take the kids to a movie where a girl's saying cunt.
Hey, boy.
Who's going to this?
Wow. I think Bob Kelly was right.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a buzz on this movie.
Rob Kelly could be onto something there.
Let's go to Mike on Long Island. Mike?
Hey, guys.
Hey, Mike.
I saw Kick-Ass this weekend. Honestly, Anthony especially, you love this movie. It's hysterical. The violence is just out of this world. It's ridiculously amazing violence.
I love good violence in movies. Love it.
It's really crazy. I mean, I've been listening to you guys for years, and I know all about Anthony's gun collection. And where do you see the gun collection Nick Cage has in this movie? You'll shit your pants. It's so good. It's hysterical.
Ooh, I'll have to compare.
Nothing but good reviews coming in. Thanks, Mike. Brian in Ohio. Brian.
Kick-Ass, kicked ass. It's fucking rocks, man. And Anthony is going to love it. They got a ton of different guns in that thing. And the little girl just flying all over the place, slitting people's throats. Fantastic.
Shit. All right. I wanted to see it yesterday.
I actually
I had to see Hot Tub Time Machine instead.
After I saw an extended trailer, I think it was about a week or two after Bob Kelly was on, I did come on and say that this does look like a good movie. I did kind of, pull back my...
Prove it.
It's on tape somewhere.
Prove it.
It's fucking on. It's on.
All right. Play the clip.
If Travi could find it, I know damn well there was...
Play the clip.
It was a few weeks later, and I was like...
Play the clip.
You know something? I think they are onto something here. I changed my mind. I was the only one that had a vision, except for Robert Kelly. Big vision. What a visionary.
Kelly. All right.
Blobby.
Now this.
Major depression is a serious medical illness affecting 15 million American adults. Here at the Jim Norton Center for Mental Illness, we offer individual counseling for those suffering from this leading cause of disability.
Can I just tell you, I fucking hate mentally ill people. I really do.
Our thoughtful and courteous staff will listen intensely to your problems.
I'm fucking annoying burdens. Shut up.
And offer a variety of suggestions to help you with your illness.
You should be fucking put down.
For those suffering from a more serious case of depression, medication may sometimes be prescribed.
Make me better. Either take your fucking medication or throw yourself through a window. Nobody will give a fuck.
Our goal is to help you live with your depression.
You're just a drain. You say the same fucking shit day in and day out, and nobody gives a fuck, and you don't get that nobody fucking cares. Shut the fuck up.
Remember, you are not alone. Depression affects more than 5% of the adult population.
Holy, we all got fucking problems. Why does everybody... You fucking burden. You're a fucking emotional slug.
If you or anyone you know is suffering from depression, visit the Jim Norton Center for Mental Illness today to receive a free counseling and find out if treatment is right for you.
I'm hurting. I don't care. I don't empathize. I don't sympathize. I don't give a shit.
Moving right along. Once again, I say, remember the guy crying on intervention?
Yeah, of course.
I still love you.
I fucking love that.
It's amazing.
And the video is just the best.
We don't really know where to go with this, but people coming up with remixes. E-Rock came up with one. He said his is more annoying than funny.
Yeah.
So we're going to listen to this cold and see if it's good or not.
More annoying than funny.
Yes.
I still love you.
Holy shit. That's like every scream ever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, terrific.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Now what are you going to do with that?
Yeah.
All right.
Screams. It's great.
This Larry King Blue Sky thing. I don't know.
Oh, God.
By the way, Larry's not getting a divorce, huh?
Why does he choose to
TMZ what?
do shit like this?
What?
Well, the Willie Nelson.
Oh, okay. TMZ reports that Larry and his wife have agreed to call off divorce and go to therapy instead to figure out what the figure out what the fuck that sister thing's all about, right?
Oh, great.
Good for Larry.
Gives a shit.
You don't care?
Fucking leave the old fucking codger.
You don't care?
No. I do care about Larry because, it gives us shit to do here on the show.
True. Well, Larry was singing with Willie Nelson.
Well,
this was
I heard this, and no, he wasn't.
What,
I don't know what that was called.
It's old school. You don't really have to sing.
Larry does
an
that
old school song.
Larry does that old school singing where you think you're singing, but you're not. It just sucks. Yeah. And he just sounds like an old Jewish guy talking. Let's hear Larry.
Let's sing one. Let's you and I do one.
Want to do one?
Yeah, let's do it.
Want to do Blue Skies?
Yeah, we could do Blue Skies.
Okay. Want me to start?
Yeah.
Blue skies smiling at me. Nothing but blue skies do I see.
Bluebirds singing a song. Nothing but bluebirds from now on.
Never saw the sun shining so bright.
Never saw things going so right.
Working in the day, worry at night. When you're in love, my how it flies.
Blue skies, blue days, all of them gone. Nothing but blue skies from now on.
Working all day, fucking my sister-in-law at night. Oh, what a fright.
Larry wonders why his ratings are down horribly. Who the fuck would enjoy that?
Blew me. That's why I went to her. My wife wouldn't blow me, but my sister-in-law did.
La 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 la. Da, da, da.
Fucking Larry. Da, da, da. Don't sing. Didn't he sing with other people too? And it's always horrible.
That's one of his things he likes to do.
Well, don't make it one of his things.
He likes to sing with the artists.
Yeah. Really
come
good.
on.
Did he sing with the Motley Crue?
He didn't sing with the Motley Crue.
Girls. I fucked my sister-in-law. Girls.
Oh, of course. Of course. Of course.
They call me Larry Feel Good. I make my sister-in-law feel all right.
Of course we have to do this now.
Home sweet home. Not tonight, not tonight. I'm going to my sister-in-law's.
Oh, he is the worst, man.
Where's Z-Rock? Because he ran in the Larry King.
E to the R?
E to the R. He ran in the Larry King disc. We got Larry, the Motley Crue thing. We're going to play a little bit of that. But also on this tape is, or this disc is Larry King drunk on tape. I don't remember that. Do you?
Yeah.
Do you remember what that's about? Hold on a second. Here's Larry. Larry!
All right.
Hey, good morning, boys.
Good morning, Larry.
How important is it to carry a tune?
Yeah, apparently not very.
Not so.
I needed some garlic. I gargle with Welch's grape juice before I croon.
Soften up the vocal cords.
Yes. I'm not a crooner, I'm a ruiner. I ruin whatever fucking song I'm singing.
I ruin women. How many divorces, Larry?
Yeah.
E-Rock, what is the drunk Larry King all about? I don't remember this.
No, the one I was pointing to was
when I went to Anthony's house.
He was singing with Snoop Dogg. New York, New York.
Oh, that was it.
I see that too.
And
But what's
Snoop
the
didn't
Larry
wanna
King
sing.
drunk on tape thing?
I'm not sure. I'd have to
man.
go back and listen to it.
You want to hear him singing with Snoop?
Hell's yeah, yo.
All right.
Howard Bragman, he has a 2-year-old daughter, does he not?
He does.
He
Matilda.
broke up with his fiancée, right?
Yeah, I think September officially.
And he is Australian.
Right.
Okay.
Who's that?
Wow, E-Rock, I'm going to fucking kill you.
Oh, did E-Rock screw up the numbers?
What the hell is that?
Did he screw up the numbers?
And the track is still playing, even though there's nothing on there. Yeah.
Oh, see, that's nothing but trouble.
I don't
see. I see E-Rock still just walking away.
I don't even know what.
Oh, no, he's coming. No, he's.
He's gone?
It's just confusion down there. I'm looking down the hall and I see him like sidestep into the office and then back. Now he's coming. Look at him. Look at him. Run, E-Rock. He's running. Look at him run. Dude.
That was definitely.
He just grabbed his belly and jiggled it.
E-Rock, the tracks are not matching up. I don't even know what that. What clip was that?
I don't know. I was walking down the hallway. I didn't hear it.
All right, this should be Larry rapping.
You worked with him on Brokeback Mountain, right? I did. How did he approach?
Well,
no, this is just
that would be a Heath Ledger clip.
A Heath Ledger info.
Shit, where the fuck would it be?
I like spitting in my hand and shoving my dick in a guy's ass like a Brokeback. Did he really fuck that boy?
Man, that's more words than you spoke in the past 2 weeks.
What's that?
What's that?
Holy shit, this is all fucked up.
I don't know why that's all fucked up. Let me go find it. I'll be right back.
Hold on, let me see if
he just wants to get out of the studio.
Let me see if this. Wow, this isn't the Motley Crue.
So Snoop.
Come on.
That's the sister-in-law.
What's that?
I have no idea why that disc is messed up.
Fucked by Larry.
That's not even Larry.
Larry King, 26. Wow, I don't know what the
Hold
fuck.
still. This won't hurt for more than a minute.
All right, well, now you got to make up shit. That's fine. Let's go to
Quick,
Larry.
I lose my heart on very fast.
With what? The Brokeback Mountain?
Whenever I
starring Larry
fuck.
King?
It's got to be quick. I have premature ejaculation, thank God. Because I'd lose my rod after 30 seconds. I'm too old. The blood leaves my head and I pass out.
You think you could get a good rod?
No.
You don't think you could get a good rod?
It's got to look like a tortoise neck.
All right, why don't we'll move on to the Bestiality farm. This could be the story of the weekend. You heard about this farm, right?
Oh, of course. I've heard about it. Been there.
These farms pop up, I don't know, a couple a year.
I never knew there were so many people that just loved fucking animals. It's just amazing that there are so many people that you need farms. It's not even like some guy just sneaking into a farm and fucking some guy's goat.
If you had to, what animal?
Let me think that
What'd
out.
you pick? If you had to. We're playing the if you had to game.
Oh, you don't have to sell it to me. I'll just tell you.
All right.
Let me think.
If you had to.
Would I go with cute animal or the pussy most like a person?
Very good.
Apparently, the sheep vagina is very similar to a female vagina of the human variety. But like fucking a sheep, I don't know. A pig also.
Sheep's very hairy, though. Isn't it?
Yeah. It's almost gay.
Yeah.
Unless it's sheared.
Right.
It has to be newly sheared.
How horrible would that be for the sheep?
I'm thinking...
If you had to.
Sheep. Horse vagina looks weird, but it looks juicy.
It just looks like a black vagina.
Does it? Is that what it looks like?
Yeah, we had the horse pussy.
Looks like a wallet.
Do horse pussy in the Google image. You'll see what we're talking about.
I'd say sheep. Small enough not to get you in trouble.
Why not dog?
Where it's not going to hurt you.
Why not dog?
They're your man's best friend.
It's too creepy, right?
Who said that? What comic was like, you can't fuck your dog. It breaks their spirit. It really does. There was a comic that said that. You can't. A chicken, no. You want a mammal. You want a mammal. And it's got to be small enough where it's not going to hurt you.
And you don't want to use a stepladder or anything like that.
No.
You want to be,
What you do with a sheep? I heard this.
The boots.
You put the back legs of the sheep in boots.
Right.
But then you got to be near some kind of a thing the sheep doesn't want to go in.
A cliff or something.
Or a lake or something.
So it backs up.
And when you push forward, the sheep automatically pushes back on you like they're enjoying it. And then you get a good sheep fucking out of that.
So you gotta fake the sheep into enjoying it?
Yeah. They'd rather back into a cock than go into water or over a cliff. So you got them beat.
That's good.
You got to use your mind. Not only do we have opposable thumbs, but we have a divine spark in our head, Opie, and that lets us fuck sheep.
Well, Jason's gonna give us a little info on the sheep thing. It might not be the best one. Yes,
really?
Jason.
Yeah. What's up, guys?
What do you got on the sheep thing?
Yeah, when sheep, especially when they're going to be giving birth, they're very tender prolapsing, and it's more than just your average female pink sock in a porno. This thing looks like the entire uterus comes out.
Wow, they're very prone to prolapse.
Really?
They even make a device that prevents it.
Don't we call that pink socking?
Pink sock, yeah.
Can we keep it medical here, please?
So they're going to pink sock.
It's pink socking.
So you're saying if a human had sex with a sheep, they'd probably pink sock?
It's possible, especially that he's...
Now you think you're like having sex with an intestine or something.
Yeah, that's not good. All right, I might have to
pass on the sheep thing.
Might have to switch to a pig.
Chris S. from Reading, Pennsylvania. The Kardashians love to fuck animals.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
My goodness.
I did not know that. I did not know that.
Bring up some pictures. Search sheep prolapsing.
I'll take your word I'll take your word on that one.
I rarely say this. Thank God Danny is out of the studio.
Yeah, I don't want to...
Because he would pop sheep prolapse up, and you'd see it within seconds.
What's weird, usually when we start a topic, the phones are lit. I don't think anyone wants to be involved.
No one really wants to jump on the bandwagon of what animal... Come on, people! What animal would you fuck?
We're playing if you had to. Relax, everybody. Relax.
Oh, my God. It's easy. Just relax. Take it all in.
As soon as the game's called, if you had to, it's safe for everybody.
If you had to. A loved one has a knife to their throat.
What child? No.
You have to.
What child?
You have to. That's the whole thing. Your loved one has a knife to their throat. They're being hung over a cliff. There's things happening where in order to save your loved one's life, you have to have sex with a certain animal. I would say I'd still go with sheep. Even though there's a prolapse threat.
You figured it out?
Yeah. Pizza Guy is saying Ashley Dupree. All right.
What happened?
That was kind of a good joke. Animal. Don't worry, Pizza Guy. I'm with you. That's funny.
What happened? Here's Larry King singing with Snoop Dogg. And then we'll get into the Bestiality Farm in a second.
Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. Yeah. Come on. I want to be a part of it. Come on. New York.
Oh, my God.
New York. Come on. I want to wake up in a city that never sleeps.
Come on, I'm waiting on you. Larry, I'm following your lead. I'm your background. It's
but
the
you ain't
Larry
doing
King
nothing.
Show.
You're hanging me out to dry.
Oh, my God, that was so embarrassing.
Yes.
Come on. It's like, what am I supposed to do? Join in with... Start spreading the news. I'm fucking my sister-in-law today.
Yes, E-Rock.
You also asked about the Larry King drunk stuff. It was from the early 80s. Somebody had taped him on his old radio show. Where he took a caller and he was just slurring throughout the whole call.
What fucking tracks are those?
You have it right there.
But no, do they match up now?
Yeah, they all match up.
Oh my
What do you mean they all match up? 9 is 8 now.
No, it's not.
8? No, look.
Start spreading the news. Come on, you. Sing with me. I'm leaving today. Come on, you fucking. Sing. I want to be a part of it. Come on, you. Sing.
Snoop didn't want to wreck his cred.
No, he certainly did
doesn't
not
want a tape out there where he's
tape.
singing with Larry King.
Goddamn hung me out to dry.
Yeah, his enemies would use that against him. You're saying this is going to match up now.
He lynched me out to dry.
Said track 22.
I'm going to say it doesn't match up.
Okay.
This could be Larry King drunk.
I'm a student of print journalism.
I'm
and
wrong.
I just
Me,
wanted
you,
to know,
Betsy.
I'm wrong.
A hooker, some cocaine. Wait a minute.
Oh, okay. The if you had to game is starting to develop nicely.
Okay.
Dave in South Jersey, if you had to.
Yeah, if I had to, I would definitely fuck a porpoise, strictly because it's already wet, it's got a hole on top, and it's ready to go. I mean, you can tell he's just swimming around there, just asking for it every day.
A porpoise?
Well, where do you fuck a porpoise? Does anyone know for sure?
There's some danger there because you're in the water and the thing could fucking pull you under.
Unless I'm in SeaWorld and I'm going to get taken under, I would definitely, get right on top of it, put my head right down.
See, the problem with the porpoise is you can't, there's no hips to hold on to.
Right, they slide right away from you.
You're not going to get anything done.
And they're very,
they're very slippery without hips to hold on to. And I think everything kind of comes to a point in a porpoise in the back end, right?
Yeah. So, they're sliding away even more. And you got to be underneath.
Right.
Like, you can't fucking doggy style a porpoise.
No, you can't
There's
tell the
fins
porpoise
and everything.
Can't tell the porpoise to put its ass up in the air.
No,
How's
get that ass
happen?
up. Get that ass. I'll smack that fucking ass. Yeah, but you can't doggy style a porpoise.
Excuse me.
You got to be. You can only missionary.
Excuse me, my older sister's listening right now. So can we keep it kind of clean, please?
Okay,
she usually listens to the morning zoo shows down in Orlando, but today she's decided to listen to us.
Oh shit!
And we're talking about fucking porpoises.
Oh shit!
Well, thanks, guys.
All right. Let's go to GTO in Ohio. GTO.
Morning, boys.
Hey, GTO. We're playing if you had to, and so far the porpoise isn't getting the job done, I don't think the sheep's getting the job done because it pink socks on.
No, pink socks on you.
No, not enough holes. My choice would definitely be the manatee. It reminded me of 2001 New Year's Eve.
A manatee again. You can't doggy style a manatee.
Why not? I need pictures of these animals
because there's like fins and shit, and they're big and fat. You got to roll over on the bottom, and now you're underwater, upside down.
I think the blade marks would be a turnoff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you gotta love those big lips.
Huh?
You gotta love those big lips.
What are you going to be kissing it or getting head from it?
Travis, give me a picture of a manatee. And what are you talking about? Their big lips. You know they have big vagina lips?
It just comes up as E-Rock.
Oh, the lips on their face.
Oh, we're not talking about blowjobs.
Oh, we're talking everywhere.
We're talking, you got to put it in the puss.
Yeah. Come on, everyone knows that. When you're
How
animal
the fuck do you fuck a manatee? Look at this
thing. You can't fuck a manatee.
You can't get your arms around anything.
Oh my God.
You weren't there New Year's 2001. I think I had a manatee.
Big pig. Yeah, I think we've all had our share of manatees.
Sure.
But, figuratively speaking.
See, but
why didn't anybody want to fuck a primate? Because they seem to be the most human-like as far as appendages and shit like that, but no one wants to nail that big, nasty, hemorrhoid red ass.
Too many ligaments to deal with.
Really?
Yeah, they got ligaments
and they can rip your balls off.
Yeah, of course. GTO, thank you. I'm saying the manatee's tough, too, because you can't really get your arms around the damn thing.
Fucking a manatee is stupid.
What does a manatee pussy look like there, Travis?
I don't know. I'm trying to find it.
What?
You're no Danny Ross on that fucking contraption.
Well, no, I have dolphin vagina, but I don't have manatee vagina.
Let me see dolphin vagina. Let's take a look at dolphin vagina.
See if you'd stick anything in there.
Let's see dolphin's vagina.
I don't think so. I'm saying no fucking way.
Let me see the dolphin's vagina.
Dolphin vagina.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Let me see.
Oh, wow.
You know what? You know what?
They got kind of it looks like a clit.
You know what, Ed?
I might shove it in there.
Wow.
That's interesting. Look at this pervert holding it open.
Look at the vagina.
Yeah, that's their twat.
Look at this.
Wow.
Yeah. Let me see.
And then it goes, why is there just a picture of a naked woman there?
Steve C. down the line, down the hall wants to play if he had to. Steve C.
Yes, I guess if I had to, I could fuck a woman.
A woman? A woman. That would be if he had to.
Zach in Mississippi. Zach.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
Hey, if I had to, I'd probably go into an alter ego of Larry King and just fuck a goat or something. That way I could pretend it's my sister-in-law moaning.
Let's take a look at the goat. Let's take a look at the goat, Ant. So far, we're saying no to the dolphin/porpoise thing.
Goat is bad.
That's rough.
That's a little goat. There's a lot of shit hanging out from there.
The pussy goes all the way up the tail, too. What's that about?
I don't like that at all.
That's a weird fucking flap, man.
No, get rid of that.
Hemorrhoid.
Get rid of that. There's too much places shit can hide there.
We're saying no to the goat right off the bat?
Yeah, no to the goat. Go to sheep.
Sheep?
Yeah. Sheep vagina. There we go. Let's take a look at a sheep vagina. All right. Not the prolapsed one. Jesus Christ. All right. Well, you can't really.
Let me see. What is this now?
That's a sheep vag.
Really? All right. There's not a lot of places where the duty could hide, which is good.
Yeah. You know, we get all rambunctious and start trying to run away. Goddamn stupid animals don't realize what a good thing they're getting.
What a treat they're getting.
It's the top of the food chain fucking you.
You're getting my human treat.
Yes.
Let me say hi to this guy, Aardvark. Aardvark.
Good morning, boys. I'm gonna have to go with Ant on the sheet. You know, nicely clean shaved, probably not too bad. But I'm a trucker and living in Florida, divorced from this chick. Chicken came home. She's always wanted a yellow lab, and caught her on the bed doing the yellow lab, and couldn't understand the screaming because she apparently got the base of this cock stuck in her ass, that big knot. And I came in from work, and I saw that, and I said, gotta go now.
She was having sex with the dog.
You caught her having sex with your yellow lab?
Well, her lab. She wanted the puppy. I'm out on the road. I really don't care.
Wow. Oh, see, you're out on the road too long, and she grabbed the dog. That's gotta really hurt a man's ego when you come home and your wife is fucking a dog instead of, another man or something. You're like, yeah, this is just as good as you.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Now, well, she took off. He got bigger cock than me, and she took off to Brazil. At least, it wasn't the gardener. Gotta go, boys.
Yeah.
All right. I don't even know.
Dog,
okay, well, this is good. This guy, Richard in Florida. If you had to, Richard. If you had to.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
What's up?
Hey, our friends in the Middle East are camel fuckers. Out of here.
Yeah, camels. I don't know. What does a camel
Let's
vagina
take a look at
like?
a camel there, Travis.
Travis, let's punch up a camel. Oh, you know what?
Yeah, this is
too many camel toes. You know what? Look how many regular. For a second, I'm like, why is it a bunch of women in bikinis and tight pants? It's because it's camel toes. You have to put. How would you search for camel vagina to actually get a camel
instead of the
vagina
camel toe.
Instead of the camel toe?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Wow, that's a nice camel toe right there.
Yeah, a bunch of those.
That's not a camel toe.
Camel vagina looks great.
Right.
I'd be right in that motherfucker. I might actually go down on a camel.
I think we got a winner.
They fucking look great.
Let's see. Chickens. All right, let's try Steve in Wyoming. Steve.
Hello.
If I had to, I'd fuck a baby calf.
A calf.
Baby calf. Now that's
this guy might be talking about something.
Calf pussy. Okay, now we're seeing girls' calves and their pussies.
No,
So,
really?
yeah. That's
What the fuck? What's wrong with the internet?
It's full of human porno.
They're not on our side here.
Baby.
It'd be the perfect.
Go cow. Go cow.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Go cow pussy.
Let's see.
Why is there a lot of pictures of women on their cow pussy?
Get this. They're now because they pumped up their vaginas and they look giant.
So maybe they look like a cow pussy.
Or they're big fat women.
Right. Let me.
How do you search to just get? Oh God.
Is that it?
I think it looks like it's got the mange.
What the? All right. No,
that doesn't look good at all.
No, I think we might have to move on from the cow pussy.
Yeah.
We got a sheep farmer on the line here. Let's say hi to Mike in Ohio. Mike, if you had to.
Hey, boys, what's happening?
Yes, what's up?
Hey, I was just gonna. You got to go with the sheep. The thing with the pink sock or prolapse, that only happens when they have the lamb, and they'll walk around with their uterus hanging out their ass or their bad. But I've had to stick my arm in there because the lamb will get inverted or all twisted around. You have to stick your hand and find a little lamb head, and you're elbow deep in sheep pussy.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, if you could get all the way up to your elbow and sheep pussy, you know what? What is that going to do for us?
Yeah.
But
besides
I've
make
had
us
some
feel
buddies-
inadequate.
I've heard some rumors of the stump broke
sheep and stuff, but also down here you've heard of the stump rope calves too. So I guess you have to take your choice.
All right. That's that's the ones that stand next to the stump of the tree, so you can get up on the tree stump.
You stand on the stump. If the cow's big, you stand on the stump.
Yeah, you stand on the stump. That's what I was saying. Oh my God!
Let it be known.
I thought you said you stood beside it. Oh, whatever.
All right.
But you got to go with the sheep.
All right, Dennis.
It out, boys.
Dennis D in Jersey. Very good observation. Wow, all Midwestern calls. Shocker.
Hey, let me tell you.
Let's go to Randy in Texas. Randy.
Yeah, man.
Hey, buddy. You're on the radio, brother.
Yeah, he's getting all ready.
Hello.
Yes, you're on. You're on the.
No, man. I was talking about you talked about the camel earlier. Go with the smaller, softer version, the alpaca.
Yeah, I hear the
alpaca.
Now I hear the alpaca first. Nice
pussy.
and soft. Yes, let's go alpaca.
Alpaca vagina.
Yeah.
Oh
please.
shit! Right there.
Let's go alpaca.
I
And
think.
it's smaller. You can grab a hold of the hump. You know, you don't have to worry about it running away from you. You can
What
just
about
grab
that
onto
first
it.
picture that was up there, Trav?
That was prolapse.
Oh, I don't want
We
to
get a
see
lot
that.
of prolapse farm animal pictures.
Wow, why is that?
about?
I guess they're freshly
going on there?
fucked. No, that's not it.
Let's see. Is that one?
Scroll.
What the fuck's wrong with the internet? Not going with our bit.
How do you not have fucking...
Anyone know of a website where we could see animal pussies?
Just animals' vaginas.
See, and you can't find it easily, so that means it's got to be even that much better.
Yeah, we're still in on this alpaca thing.
Oh, animal vagina gallery.
Oh, fuck. Now we're in.
It's
Thank
probably
you,
just
Randy.
going to be like women that are animals.
I'm blowing off all the chicken calls, Ant, because, you know.
I wouldn't be...
Das
no.
chicken, that's
chicken
just
isn't
insane.
even close to being hot. Can't fuck a chicken.
You getting to the gallery?
Kills them.
Get to the gallery.
This is stupid. It's like a...
Let me see the pictures in the gallery.
It's like a...
Let's see the vaginas.
It's a website with no material on it.
It's the
all like
worst
ads.
It's the worst website ever.
Somebody fucked around.
Groundhog, rhinoceros. How about a rhinoceros?
No, that'll kill you.
Tim in Pennsylvania. Tim, if you had to.
Yes, definitely. If I had to, it'd be a rhinoceros.
Why?
Well, look at it. Check it out. Just never a pig, because a pig will definitely squeal on you every time.
What the fuck, dude?
Rhino.
Let's go to Jim in L.A. Jim?
Hey, what's happening, guys?
Hey.
I mean, you're missing the obvious. If you're going to do it, if you have to do it, you got to go with the horse because they got the biggest cocks.
Well,
You're doing the fucking.
We're talking the other way around.
Right. Jesus.
Well, in that case, I go alpaca.
Alpaca, all right. You want to hear about this bestiality farm?
Yes.
This bit would be way better if we could be looking at animal vaginas there, Travis.
Yeah.
Not happy. Koala, groundhog, baby seal.
Oh, groundhog. How little is your dick?
Orangutan. Yeah. All right, listen to this.
In this crudely built compound tucked into the backwoods near the Canadian border, federal investigators say crimes were happening too disturbing to describe. Under these blue tarps, they say people from around the world would stay as sex tourists, invited to abuse animals. Among them, 51-year-old Stephen Clark, visiting from England on a month-long trip to the U.S. He now sits in the Whatcom County Jail on 3 counts of cruelty to animals in the form of bestiality.
I'm shocked.
Kelly and Ron McDonald had no idea such activity was happening on their rural road, but say there always seemed to be traffic.
Yeah, there's a lot of trucks up and down, but we didn't know anything about that.
Well, you can't figure it out?
Yeah.
They're not going to pick fucking pumpkins, you dummies.
A lot of trucks.
A lot of trucks.
That figures.
Yeah,
fucking
you can
truckers.
figure it out.
You got that purdy sheep that I was with last week?
Beastforum.com. Why don't we try that there, Travis?
Beast Forum? All right, that might...
Let's try beastforum.com.
Oh, my God.
Remember, Ann, keep it clean. My sister's listening today.
Oh,
keep it clean.
wow.
Keep it clean.
Like,
here's part 2 of the story.
We don't know how.
U.S. probation officers raided the compound looking for this man. Douglas Spink is suspected of running the operation and maintaining a website displaying home video of sexual abuse against animals. Spink, a once millionaire businessman, was on parole for felony drug charges from 2005. He was convicted of transporting hundreds of pounds of cocaine through Snohomish County and served 3 years.
You think you've seen it all in 36 years, but...
Whatcom County Sheriff Bill Elfo says dozens of horses and dogs were seized from the compound, some so injured they had to be euthanized.
Very
this shows there's something new that even is shocking to law enforcement.
No, it's not.
No, you
just
guys have seen
stop
it all.
it.
Come on.
Anytime they go, this.
It is fucking.
I've been on the job 20 years, but this is the worst thing I've ever seen. Probably isn't.
That's horrible, though.
You probably looked, you laughed, laughing at the people, arresting the guy, laughing at him, making jokes about the poor fucking horse.
What didn't make the news story because it's so horrific?
Yeah. Terrific, you mean?
Horrific, you know what I'm going to... Okay. Well, I'll read, and we'll get to the horrific part. So the convicted cocaine smuggler been arrested for running, twisted sex acts with animals. Douglas Spink was arrested at his heavily wooded compound near the Canadian border, along with a 51-year-old Taurus. Okay, we got all that. Dozens of dogs, horses, and pet mice were seized.
Oh,
See,
shit.
they didn't mention the mice, Anthony.
Oh, we all know what those are for. The old Richard Gere.
This stuff is just truly bizarre, he said. Listen to this. These were mice that had their tails cut off. They were smothered in Vaseline, and they had string tied around them.
In hindsight, lighting the match was a bad idea. Remember that one? One started like that.
Of course.
That was the first line of the one where the guy lights the match. And in hindsight, lighting the match, and it was supposed to be an Associated Press release.
Right.
And they're graphically talking about shoving rodents in men's assholes.
Yeah.
That's such an urban myth.
This guy Spink, he had a website, right? Calls his operation Exit Point Stallions Limitee, and expounds at length on its website about his philosophy. His philosophy is this, Ant.
It's my philosophy, Marty.
Are we unconventional in our approach to stallion care? Absolutely, he writes. He later adds, we don't wall off sexual energy in our stallions as something dangerous or inappropriate, but rather channel that energy toward positive, safe, appropriate paths. There's a proper time and place for it. And we work towards those sorts of skills rather than fighting unwinnable fights against deeply rooted instincts.
This makes no sense.
Exactly.
This makes no sense.
Trying to justify the fact that people are coming from all over the world to fuck his animals.
God.
That's unbelievable.
I don't know if this Beast Forum website is serious or not.
Why?
Just some of the threads that I'm reading. Dogs versus horses. Bump if you've had sex with your dog. Which in message boards, you bump the thread back up to the top.
Okay.
How did your parents take it? I guess there's a whole thread
when they
about
found out.
Yeah, about that. Then there's a poll. Biggest bestiality fantasy.
Oh.
And what are the options?
Well, here's your choices.
All right, let's play if we had to.
Okay.
Which one would you check on this?
You have 6 choices. Getting pregnant from animal or vice versa.
What the fuck? That's physically impossible.
Right.
Yeah.
Sex with lupine, I guess is what it's called. A werewolf or a werecat.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Sex with big cats. Sex with dolphins. Sex with primates. Or getting raped by a pack of wolves.
Right. See a redundancy there.
Jesus.
But,
I don't even want to answer that.
Surprisingly, well, you want to know what's in the lead?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's getting raped by a pack of wolves.
Is the lead?
Yes. 29%.
That's got to be like these crazy fucking dog fucking bitches. Or is it guys that like getting in the ass by a dog or something?
I think it's got to be dog fucking bitches.
Getting raped by... They rip you apart.
Going with the wolves.
What a dumb poll. Getting pregnant with a fucking animal.
What, do you think it's a dumb poll?
That poll is dumb.
What should Beast Forum be doing?
For the dog, they like that, huh?
Yeah, dogs seem to be the most popular on this forum.
Well, I
Because
mean,
of their availability.
because they're everywhere.
Yeah.
Where are you going to find a fucking
Horse
wolf?
takes a big drop.
Huh?
Horse took a big drop down. Well, a horse... People don't seem to like horses as much. Because
397 people have had sex with a horse.
Yeah. It's like nothing.
That's fucked up.
With a horse.
All right.
You've got to be kidding me, you sick fucks. How does that happen? What goes through a person's mind?
Where does it go wrong?
Yeah. Where's the crossroad? Where does it divide? Where are you normal, and then all of a sudden, I got to fuck a horse?
We've all been humped by a dog growing up. So that turns into you've never been humped by a dog.
Okay, here's the message board.
Yeah. Thank God this thread was started.
And this is from Horse and Dog Cockman. And here's the thread, start of the thread. It says, has anyone here actually sucked off a big fat horse cock before? What do you think of the cum?
Get the fuck out of here. Anyone answering this?
It says, no, but I would in a heartbeat. I would almost do any animal after today. I had my first experience. Wow. Sounds good, Stormy. Tell us more. That was Stormy. Such a nummy title for the thread. Drool. This topic has been covered countless times. Please use the search feature on this forum. Even the Bestiality fucking forum has the same asshole that goes, hey, this has been covered. Why don't you search first before you fucking post, how does horse cum taste?
You guys were so much better when you were actually fucking horses instead of just talking about fucking horses.
Yeah, you used to fuck a lot more horses back in the day.
They were so much better when they were fucking horses.
There you go. Stallion penis tastes great. But it's incredibly hard to get a stallion off with oral attention. Semen tastes okay, but it's pretty strong. Not something I enjoy. Now, pre, on the other hand, is the nectar of the gods.
He did not write
That's
that.
from Pony Stud 08.
Okay.
Holy shit. Your statement of big fat horse is a little oblique. Do you mean big fat horse or big fat horse penis? This is the asshole of the website. Literal guy.
Well, he's got over 3,000 posts.
Of course he does. I would be more than happy to suck a meaty equine sexual rod, but it's sad only 10% stallion can be brought to orgasm by oral stimulation. It's sad, huh?
What, only 1 out of 10 you could get to completion? Is that what they're saying?
I guess so.
Yeah.
I've never had horse cum in my mouth either, but would in a heartbeat. I've had a mare pee in my mouth before. It's a different thing, though. If you ever do it again, I might try to get a pic of it, and might try to post them. Boy, that guy wants really bad.
Notice there's not one picture on this website.
And this guy, quick post, I did, and it tasted awesome. Somehow I think this is going to end up as a clip show of me, by the way. Me reading this. I honestly think someone's going to paste together some of me reading this website, and I'm not going to look too good in it.
Except for this part, which they'll cut out.
Let me see. I became quite close to a horse about 8 years ago. Once he was comfortable enough with me, I got to work on his amazing cock. Sucking his cock and being sprayed with his cum was the best experience of my life. I miss those days. Oh, yeah. Ha ha. His cum was fairly salty, sour, and hot as hell. I would recommend it. Heart sign. Or emoticon. Holy shit. It's just like any of the other fan sites or anything else. Fantastic.
You don't want to continue? Is there
3 users are reading this topic.
Oh, that's
3 users.
Right now?
Including you?
Yep.
So there's 2 people reading? Yeah.
Fuck.
That is something else, man. Wow. Good topic, though, the guy started there.
Very good
topic. Did it have a flame next to it? Like, ooh, that's a hot topic.
Let me see.
What are some of the other subjects?
No.
Smiley face? Or
what are some of the other topics?
Or do they use different ones, like a big coming horse cock? Ooh.
Well, here's one with a heart emoticon. Next to the poll, which type of animal do you prefer?
Yeah.
I want to be fucked by a horse is another topic.
Oh. Well,
what about
people know how dangerous that is?
Go to the one, what animal do you prefer? Because that's what we're talking about.
It has 109 replies.
Well, let's see what these people... Oh, and it has a fucking survey. Dog male, dog female, horse female, sheep female, bovine female, other male, other female. That's it. So they've narrowed it down just to a few animals.
Yeah. Thank God.
What's number one, Travis? I can't see. Is it?
It'd be male dog.
Male dog is the number one fucking animal that people want to have sex with.
Then female dog.
Female dog is a close second, and then horse female is in third place.
And horse male.
And then horse male.
And then just other
And then it just
female.
tails off from
And then
there.
it tails off from
There's
there.
a big drop off between bovine, male, female.
So
things
fucking
like that.
hack, that poll.
Yeah.
Very hack.
Come on. Holy shit. Yeah, canine-shaped cock. They like that. Extension thingy with the knot. Yeah, the bestiality people talk about knotting, I guess, and that's if you could take the knot.
What's the knot?
The knot's the big bulbous thing on the base of the dog cock. And if you could take the knot, you're a champ. But there's danger of being linked up. And that could be a problem.
The trucker told us that.
Yeah, you don't want to hook together. If dogs do that, you spray them with water, and they run apart from each other.
Right.
Oh, here's a
And
whole
look
thread
very silly.
on canine foreplay.
Is there foreplay?
How to get your dog excited.
Fucking begging strips? You give him a few begging strips?
All right, give us a
rub
few-
it on your fucking bunghole?
Give us a few tips on how to get your canine excited.
Yeah, might as well have you get fucking thrown under the bus during a clip show, too.
All right, well, this person, Wolfie Smiles, says, I found that lightly nibbling along their skin, under their necks and chin, usually going back and forth from neck up to under chin, of course.
It's like shedding.
Makes them stop in their tracks and often go into this hypnotized state and lower themselves down closer against your mouth.
I would love them to do the same thing and just bite their throat out.
Shit.
Like the dog just goes, enough of you fucking me, and bites their throat out.
If you start it off in a playful way, they will often follow suit.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Started off in a playful
I
way.
often alternate between that, kissing, making larger nibbles, and then back to smaller nibbling. It just escalates from there.
You can't just fuck a dog, apparently.
No.
There's some type of foreplay for the dog.
Got to get the dog ready.
I also discovered they get more and more into it while French kissing.
Jesus.
And the more I'm into it and express,
I'm out with the French kissing.
French kissing
They lick
the
their
dog.
fucking assholes.
Well, that's what the person's doing, too. Blowing it. Holy shit. French kissing.
Yeah, we alternate from Frenching to me licking the front of her nose.
Travis?
Yes.
Keep it clean. My older sister's
I'm
listening
sorry.
to you.
I'm sorry.
I guess the morning zoo's on vacation down there in Florida. Go ahead.
I'm looking for other responses.
Other responses to foreplay, yeah. Wow.
Well, this person's definitely going to watch this thread because her dog is not ready to be mounted yet.
How is a dog not ready? You smack it with a newspaper and go, I'm fucking you. I'm the master of the house.
That's an uppity dog.
Yeah, really.
What the fuck?
They really are like...
That's an ungrateful dog right there.
You know what
not
it is?
ready.
It shows you how really sick these people are because it's not just about fucking the dog.
They're pissed that
They
their
want
dog
the
isn't
dog
ready.
to like it.
Right.
This person has their poor dog as their avatar. You know that dog's just getting fucked.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Well, no, I do something similar with my Rottweiler, which is what the dog in the
Rottie's
avatar
right there.
is. Yeah.
Yeah.
When he sat by me or laying next to me, I often bend down and reach across and rub my face with his face. Kind of like beard rubbing.
Yeah, beard rubbing.
He reacts to it, pushing back against me. And if I pull away, he looks up to say, "Why have you stopped?"
Yeah.
And he is such a good kisser.
No way.
Yes, it normally leads to big, deep French kisses from him, and he is such
And he
a
is
good
such
kisser.
a good kisser. Are the mouths even compatible?
No.
Like dogs' mouths, they have like the open sides.
And he's not French kissing. He's fucking attracted to
Licking your throat.
to your rotting fucking teeth.
Oh, I bet. This is the sickest fucking message board I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Really good idea coming in though. Really good idea.
Yeah?
Where the fuck? Okay. Oh yeah, right on, Al. Al from the Pocono.
Al.
He's a regular.
Okay. Fuck the horse, Spooky.
He goes, guys, get a porn star in there to read that. That would be funny shit. Just don't tell them what they're reading. That would be really good. Because if you don't know that we're talking about your fucking dog,
Well, as long as there's a few of them, yeah.
you know.
Huskies are my faves.
Yeah, this is what dog breed is your favorite.
Oh, Huskies,
For
yeah.
what? For
Just
what?
Probably for fucking.
Oh, fuck
beautiful.
yeah. I thought favorite for, a dog to have
Training.
with young children and babies. I'm sorry.
Don't be sick, Opie.
I'm sorry.
We're talking about dog fucking here. They have beautiful eyes and coat. Ugh. like German Shepherds.
It looks like a lot of people like big dogs.
Border Collies. They're cute.
Oh, boy. A few tap outs today. People are tapping out. They're tapping out. All right, I'm out.
You don't want to hear
Rexy.
about...
You don't want to know about which fucking breed is the best?
Animals and dog. What is this one? Do you like cum with any kind of food?
What?
What
are they talking about?
Wait a minute. Wait, I don't get the thing. I come with food. 2, straight cum. Oh, 1, come with food. 2, straight cum.
Wait.
3, neither.
Wait, so...
I can say I've never tried it, but I can't say I haven't thought about it.
So what, they get a food to kind of...
Yeah, I think it's like a topping for their food.
Never tried cum as a topping with any food, but it sounds wonderful.
Does it?
There's not a single bad idea on this message.
No. People are really open to just,
How could you say it
I
sounds...
never thought of that.
It sounds wonderful.
That's great. You know,
Really?
I usually order a Cinnabon without the icing
It's like when
at
you
the
used to
airport.
put bananas on your cereal.
And then I go into the bathroom in the airplane and just... fucking believable.
It sounds wonderful.
Frosted Flakes. You could turn cornflakes into Frosted Flakes. With a horse. Come with food.
All right. My brother's in. He's playing the If He Had to game. Scott. Scott out there in Southold. He would go with the Pangolin. I think it's called Pangolin. Can we see what that looks like?
Oh, my God.
Is he just being too cool for the room?
I don't know what that is.
What is that?
That's a big fucking...
What is that? This is what he would have sex with? What is
Oh,
it?
God, that's like a porcupine-y...
So he's being like...
Armadillo-y. Where's the last one we were
It's
at?
a scaly anteater.
All right,
Yeah.
and then go
the
with...
forum?
Yeah, the forum, because I want to read that. There's a question, and this is from some girl, I guess. Is it common for 2 dogs to bark at each other when they catch each other trying to mount me? I guess they get jealous.
Yeah.
Is there an answer to this?
Oh, of course there are.
Oh, good. Thank God.
Competition for breeding occurs in every species, female as well as male. Where do you suppose the term bitchy originated? Far and away the best solution is to put the ones not involved somewhere safe. In the meantime, there's seldom a peaceful gangbang. More often, it degenerates into a dogfight. With you just sitting there waiting to get fucked, all disappointed because they're ripping each other's throats out.
Another one saying this topic's been covered before.
Yeah. Hey, just, search gangbang, doggy gangbang. You're taking up space. Noob. Thread locked. Noob.
I'm glad to know that it's on. It happens to every fucking website. Every fucking message board.
Fucking believable.
All right. There you go.
Great.
Wonderful. What the hell's wrong with Sean in Georgia? Sean,
what's the problem?
I'm trying to eat a goddamn bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, and you're come with food conversation.
Try a little horse cum on it. What's wrong with you?
You haven't lived until you had a little horse cum sprinkled on top.
It's salty, sour, and hot, from what I've read.
I should have said splatted on top.
Splatted.
Splatted. Or splattered.
Splattered.
All right, we'll take a break, and I don't fucking know. We'll do something next.
Yes.
That's our job, so we'll figure it out while you listen to this.
Macht es Spaß? Du Hühnerficker.
Irre. Ich bin ganz wild auf diese Henne. Festhalten.
Ja.
Ja. Nun wird's gut. Ja, gleich. Ja.
All right.
Come on. Where is it?
What?
Where is it?
Was that?
Where is it? I remember that.
What was that?
Are you asking? Do you honestly want an answer? Because I'll tell you what it was.
What was that? We should wait for Norton. He'll be here tomorrow.
That's true.
That'll be played tomorrow. The rest of that will be played tomorrow.
All right. You want to get your bus tire-proof suit on?
Yeah,
Is that what you want to do?
That will be played tomorrow on the show.
Yeah.
Man, looking back sometimes sucks, man.
Yeah.
'Cause I remember, whatever. I'll get into it tomorrow. I remember that being like, all right,
it's rocking.
All right, this is all right.
Oh.
What?
Let's see. This is what was in yesterday's newspaper.
It was in yesterday's paper?
That was in yesterday's Daily News.
What does it say at?
Let's see. Penthouse Pet of the Year, Taylor, yes, their real vixen, brought her pulchritude,
right.
to SiriusXM's Opie and Anthony show last week.
What's a pulchritude?
Tits.
Is that an attitude, or
pussy?
is that her big boobies?
Pulchritude.
Pulchritude. Pulchritude.
Whoa.
I think that's going to be an attitude.
I think it's something to do with a chicken. Poultrytude.
What is it?
Beautiful.
Why don't they just write beautiful?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Why?
They don't all have the sources.
Brought her pulchritude to SiriusXM's Opie and Anthony show last week. Co-host Anthony Cumia didn't miss his shot at taking her out. Vixen, she claims that's her real name.
Agreed.
It's not. Agreed. Since she comes from Texas, where she winked, "We love meat." Anthony took her to the Brazilian steakhouse Plataforma, and later to Beer Garden in the meatpacking district.
Wait, that's not how you spell beer.
I know. They spell it weird
fancy?
like that. It's the German spelling. J-E-W Garden.
Jesus.
In the meatpacking district. Let's hope the date went better than Anthony's hookup with Playboy model turned traffic reporter Jill Nicolini. When Nicolini found a 20-year-old blonde hiding in Anthony's closet, she ran to his barbecue grill, not with meat, but with the girl's clothes. Oh, why does that keep getting brought up, Raylan? Oh, no. Hey, you made the papers down here. Holy shit. Oh, my God, that old gag. Wow, look at me. I did. I went through Playboy, Penthouse, and now I just need Swank.
A Swank.
And you said Biggins, but I don't want Biggins.
Biggins would be good.
Oh, poor Ray Lynn. Look at
James in Maryland. James.
Oh,
Good morning, boys.
What's up, James?
Anthony, did you see the Chris Matthews program yesterday?
No.
Okay, I hope you're buckled in, because they said that the Tea Party movement, with all the colorful language that they've used to describe the health care bill, the immigration bill, and everything else, they had this Joe Klein guy from Time Magazine, this John Holloman guy from Atlantic Monthly, that they would be causing a terrorist incident in the United States by the fall 2012 elections. Now, this is bullshit. We had talked briefly way back when about Canadian health care. It was funny. They even had this chicken on there from NBC talking that Obama is very concerned. That, and we wanted a FiOS update. So have a great show.
FiOS update. Yes, I haven't given my weekly FiOS update. I think some of the rhetoric that's coming from the left now and from Obama's camp and from Clinton and stuff, they're trying to fight back by saying that this is dangerous speech, that people like Rush Limbaugh and Sean Hannity and Glenn Beck are saying things, and Sarah Palin are saying things that are inciting Americans, that are just echoing with the hard right, really crazy people on the far right. And meanwhile, it's being shown through numerous polls from numerous organizations and stuff that, no, this is pretty much real people that are just sick of being taxed up the ass, and they're going out and showing their dissatisfaction with it, and they will show their dissatisfaction in November for the elections. And now they're trying to turn it around there. They always try to, like, do what the other side's doing, and it never works. Like the liberal radio thing just doesn't take off like conservative radio does, and right-wing talk shows. Fox News is blowing away CNN. There's just something about conservative, Republican-based, right-wing, whatever you want to call it, as opposed to liberal left, that is, for some reason, more entertaining. Whatever it is. It might be stupid as hell. It might not work. But for some reason, people are just more entertained by it and kind of want to hear it more.
What is it going to lead to, though, this Tea Party movement?
Hopefully, it'll lead to a Republican-run House.
Well, that's
and
what you're
Senate.
saying.
But, well, that'll equal everything out and keep Obama from being able to do whatever the fuck he damn well pleases.
What's the worst-case scenario? Revolution?
Worst-case scenario for me would be that it breaks up the party in a way where it takes votes away and the Democrats keep their seats.
But can it lead to
revolution? No, not in this fucking country. Not in this country. No way.
Yeah.
Not ready for a revolution here.
No one wants to give up what they do have.
You say you want a revolution?
You say you want a revolution.
Yeah, so it's just, it's ridiculous. Each side now is finger pointing, and the bottom line is we'll see in November. If people are satisfied and happy with the way Congress and Obama have been doing business, they will keep their jobs. If not, they will lose their jobs. That's the real litmus test here. So we won't really know. You hear rhetoric from both sides. No one really knows until this happens. So, and Fios kicks fucking ass. I love it. Holy shit. Not one glitch. It's been great. My internet works perfectly.
Johnny A. from New Orleans writes, someone please tell Ant that polls are bullshit and stop quoting them. It makes him sound dumb and uninformed.
Yeah, that's right, because no one quotes polls, you dumb fuck. Shut up.
Dumb and uninformed.
And I take multiple sources for polls. Oh, I bet, you know what, though? I bet if I took a lefty poll results, you'd love that. Look, a lot of polls are coming out and saying more people are dissatisfied with what Obama and the Democrats have done than are satisfied. Find me a poll that doesn't say that isn't run by some fucking lefty shit. I'm talking polls that are legit, not the poll on Fox.com or CNN.com. Don't tell me you're uninformed. You're a fucking dickhead. Go blow your father, fucking asshole. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
That's wonderful.
Thank you.
All right, hey, remember that British soccer show?
I say I have an opinion, and I just let it out there, and some asshole doesn't just have an opposing opinion and argue me on that, just says that I'm an asshole that is uninformed. Like,
no, he calls you dumb.
Yeah, dumb, things like that. You're a fucking idiot. How about coming up with a counterpoint then? Show me a stat from the other side of the argument, okay? While you're blowing your father.
Whoa!
And tonguing his fucking puckered ass.
Whoa!
As he groans.
It doesn't have to go there.
And comes on a cracker.
Whoa.
You eat it.
That's schoolyard shit.
Yeah, of course it is. Nya, 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 nya. I'm just going to say nya, 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 nya.
And I don't think you're dumb and uninformed.
Well, thank you.
But didn't you talk about on the show about how polls are always slanted?
I said some polls are slanted. Mine goes a little to the left. No, some polls are very slanted and very and worded poorly as to make you think it's one thing when it's actually another, or it's not a big sample, just things like that. But some polls are as accurate as you're going to get with polling. It's polling. And that's all I'm talking about, dummy. Shit.
Let's say hi to Jason in Kentucky. Jason.
Jason.
Very good call. Thanks, Jason.
In Kentucky.
Jason.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Let's go.
Waiting for.
Oh. Hey, sorry, I can barely hear you. The whole New York City Tea Party was broadcast on Sirius.
Oh, yeah?
And what happened?
They did it live, and they had replays over the weekend of it. It was actually kind of funny. They had some of the newspapers were delivered, and they were actually reading newspaper headlines about the Tea Party while they were doing the Tea Party broadcast.
Well, you know what? We had a countdown on our channel over the weekend.
Oh, we're doing a countdown. That's right.
That's right. What channel had the Tea Party thing?
POTUS?
It was on Sirius Patriot, whatever.
Patriot.
What the hell is that?
I don't know. Something no one listens to. I have no
Andrew Wilkow was one that had one that.
What the hell is that?
One that had.
Do you know what that's about?
I never heard of it. No, I've heard of it. I've never listened. Yeah, they have Patriot.
Yeah, you should check it out.
I don't
One
know.
of these times you have one of your left guys in, maybe see if Wilkow will come in and debate him.
I don't want to check it out. There's too much good music to check out on Sirius XM.
Yeah, you know. I don't like listening to talk all the time.
I hate talk radio.
Sometimes I listen to musica.
Let's go to Tim in Pennsylvania. Tim.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Hey.
Hello.
I just was just that guy who just texted in about the polls and all that. Like, where does he get his information if not from polls that he just likes? Like, what information pool is he accessing that we don't know about?
Do you understand the election is just a poll? You know, the whole fucking process is polling.
It's just
You're polling people. It's just a matter of a smaller sample or a demographic. I know some statistics. Fuck dick.
Yeah,
You're not pulling the wool over my eyes, huh?
What Democrats always do, like not all of them, but whatever you're saying, because they don't like it, they'll refute it with nothing. But what they'll say is that you're immature, you're an idiot, everything you're saying is dumb, but their side is literally either the same thing or just nothing. They just make it sound like you're an idiot somehow.
I've heard both sides just sound like assholes by criticizing the other side for doing the same thing they were doing. So it's ridiculous. It really is.
Yeah, but I call it sad. But thanks a lot.
All I know are people are dissatisfied. Some people. There's a larger group of dissatisfied people, according to numerous polls, than there are satisfied.
Do you like
people.
polls or hate polls?
Like I said, it all depends. Some poll, I love a good poll. Oh, do I love a good poll?
Good Polish girl.
Good. Yeah, thank you. Got me out of that jam.
That's right. I decided to help you out today.
Pulled me out from under the bus.
Why don't we do the British soccer show prank that we've been teasing for about a week?
Hooligans.
Caller got through and complimented the host on his poll.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Good evening to you, Simon, calling from Leicester.
Good evening. You all right there, Gary? You all right, Paul?
No, say.
Firstly, can I just congratulate Gary on the size of his bulge?
On the what?
Size of his bulge, because it seems like he's got a massive cock.
Oh, that's terrible, and you should not have called in to discuss such things. He's obviously just a very jealous man sat at home. There we are.
Why would she say that's terrible?
It's because she's the fucking English hole. Wow.
That's not.
Hello, I'm guys. Oh, stop it, guys.
Made the show interesting. Why is that terrible?
No, stop it. Yeah, it made it funny. Your bulge. This side. I wanted to congratulate you on the size of your bulge. Bulge. Come on, it lightens up the show a little bit.
Of course.
Boring soccer show. Stop it. Stop it.
Let's go to Tom in Jersey. Tom.
Hey, what's up, boys?
My bulge. Yes.
Polls are bullshit because they should be two-sided. It should be, okay, is Obama doing a good job? Yes. All right. Why? What did he do? Or whomever.
Well, that's not really a poll. That's not really a poll. That's kind of a questionnaire. A poll is a number. There's a question, and then people give an answer, and then there's a percentage of the people that gave a certain answer. That's a poll.
Yeah, but any idiot can say, "Oh yeah, he's doing great."
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, it could. Well, that's just it. You have to take a big enough and random enough sampling of people that you're getting the most accurate poll you can get. Not, it's not foolproof, but you can't, like when I see Fox go, our Fox News poll tonight is, and here's the question, is Obama a complete asshole? And 99% of the people said yes. That doesn't mean 99% of America thinks he's an asshole. I even know that. It means that Fox News draws a lot of people that don't like Obama. And when CNN does a poll, it's the same thing. The CNN poll or Newsday or the Daily News, whatever, whenever one organization is using their own demographic to do a poll, it's not going to be accurate because it's going to be skewed as to what the politics or feel or listenership or readership of whatever it is draws in. But if you have a poll like the Quinnipiac poll, that is a poll that takes people that canvass an area, get equal demographic, and it doesn't have any. It doesn't really have a fucking, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a group of people that is set on a certain ideology.
Yeah, but Aaron, don't you think
I froze up there for a second. Fuck.
Justify why their opinion
but they
is what it is.
They do in certain other things, but they're not polls. Those are more like questionnaires and other things that are sent out by politicians or whatever, and then you do give a reason as to why you don't like somebody. But most people, believe it or not, are too stupid to actually come up with a reason. You're right.
No, yeah, that's all I'm saying. That you should have to say, I like this guy because of this.
You should have to. Well, there are certain polls that do that, but they ask certain questions that are worded that way.
Penn and Teller did something on polls on bullshit. Thank you,
did they?
A willful boy. It's on YouTube, Travis, if you can find it.
That's always a good show.
Polls are bullshit because you could do it in radio terms. If you polled the Opie and Anthony audience and said, how many of you guys like the Opie and Anthony show?
Yeah.
That would be a pretty big number, right?
It certainly would, but look at what you're drawing from. Right.
But if you did the same thing with Howard Stern's audience,
right?
Do you like the Opie and Anthony show? Mm-hmm. Those numbers would be a hell of a lot lower, right?
You're asking the same question. It's even within the same company.
That's what I'm saying.
But you're going to get a completely different result, right?
Completely.
Right.
Yeah, but you're gonna turn around and say, I like the Opie and Anthony show because there's broads or whatever.
Really?
You're going to say
when was that?
Why?
I've had one broad in the last 6 months and a lot of homoerotic activity.
Homoerotic.
Yeah, I didn't want to go there.
Okay, good.
Punching out, boys.
All right. Is this the fucking bullshit on the polls thing?
Can be used to fuck with you. But first, here's a numbers miracle that you can do at home. Get yourself 2 sugar bowls and a bunch of cockroaches. Now, this is 1 cockroach. This is 2 cockroaches. This is 3 cockroaches. We all know what those numbers mean. Numbers are pure. They're absolute. Whether you're talking about baseballs, bugs, or bullshitters, numbers do not lie. I like these cockroaches. Numbers don't wiggle. Odd is odd, and even is even. Even plus 1 equals odd. Always. Now here's the trick. Take your cockroaches in pairs and put them into 2 bowls. Take a pair of cockroaches and put them into the bowls. Take another pair of cockroaches, put them in the bowls. Even cockroaches, even, put them in the bowls, keep them even, pick them up 2 at a time and put them in the bowls, even, keep everything even, split them evenly. 2 cockroaches, just like that.
Picking up giant
and 2 more just like that. No sleight of hand. Rolls his sleeves up. This is just mathematical. 2 by 2 by 2. Everyone has to be sure the bowls are even and you're not adding any or taking away. Everything has to be totally up front. No sleight of hand, just a fucking miracle. Now let's take 1 cockroach, 1 odd cockroach, 1 very odd cockroach. And if we add that 1 odd cockroach, not a pair, but 1 odd cockroach to this even bowl, that makes the bowl odd. the other bowl is still even. Now, you following me? Now the magic. Sprinkle a little of the magic sugar and bug shit from the odd bowl in the even bowl, and let's see what's in the bowl that used to be odd. A pair. That's even. Another pair.
Rebel.
Perfect pair.
Yeah, he's just doing a magic trick.
All right.
But I see where he's going.
Right.
Like one thing can change the whole gist of the. Yeah, I'm confused. People are like, I'm confused.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We went cold into that thinking they had a nice thing on poles.
It's good when you're sitting there late at night after a few wobbly pops.
Wobbly pops. Goddamn.
Yeah.
Anthony, we got the Voss Tech call. I don't even know what this is.
Oh,
Danny just
God.
read it in. Danny, you missed the whole discussion on fucking animal vaginas. We needed you. We needed your expertise.
I'm sorry.
We couldn't find animal vaginas while you were away. Making this
Who was
peace
in
with
my
Derek.
spot?
Trav Dog.
Trav Dog was there. And
Which animal vaginas did they want?
this is the hardest one, we realized. Camel vagina.
Ooh. If you could find camel vagina.
And here's why.
That would
go to images because look what comes up.
Yeah.
Camel toes.
Oh, I hear you.
It's very difficult.
Right, let Danny think this over a little bit.
Yeah.
Let him get there. In the meantime, Anthony, a big thumbs up coming in.
Working.
Big thumbs up coming in for this. So take a listen.
Good morning. Thanks for calling Radio Shack. My name is Danny. How can I help you?
I used to have the thing on my TV where you can download shit from, like through, the air, satellite.
Like Wi-Fi?
Wi-Fi, whatever. Here's the thing. But, I mean, that's not working now because...
This is Radio Shack. Do you need, like, an AC adapter?
Maybe get somebody to come over and fix it.
Well, I mean, this is Radio Shack, so we don't really do that.
Oh.
We sell products.
Oh, I see.
Well, I mean, I'm not supposed to do this, but, did you get into your router settings and take a look in there?
Okay, so it's right here. So what are you saying?
Like, just look
yeah.
into your router settings.
Okay, so I log in. I find this shit right here.
Yeah, exactly, right. So get in there and then, make sure that your Wi-Fi is enabled.
But where do you fucking wire it into?
Well, I mean, it should just be wired right from your cable modem. It should just be right in there.
Yeah. Why? How do you know that?
Because that's just how it works.
Are you talking about the hot, the heavy, thick wire you're talking about?
You mean like a Cat5?
You're talking about
Ethernet cable?
Yeah, they call them, I think they call them hot wires.
Firewire?
Firewire.
Dude, do you need like a universal AC adapter or a soldering iron?
What's that?
Dude, let me just get back to work, man. Like, can you open a browser and get to the web?
So it's wireless. It's a wireless connection.
Yeah, it's wireless. It's a wireless connection. Are you on the web?
Okay, so now...
Can you go to a website? Can you do that?
You hook it up, okay?
Are you listening? Are you listening to me? Can you open a browser and go to your homepage?
Is it that easy?
Yes!
Click. Oh, I got it. Yeah, I see it. Jeez. Bingo. We have a winner. Is that it? Is that it for good? Am I set for life?
Yeah, that's it, dude. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you for helping me.
Yeah, man, no problem, dude.
There were some other tech questions I needed. Oh, face.
No.
I'm up to my limit of friends.
No, if you want a cordless phone or some LEDs.
I'm up to my limit of friends, 5,000.
I'm not helping you.
I think somebody set up a fan page.
I'm hanging up.
How do I get people to go there instead of sending me friend requests?
That's really good.
Holy shit. That was everything Voss was talking about here live on our show when he was here last
Yeah,
time.
the listeners got to understand that they didn't work together on that.
No.
Danny just took the audio from Rich on our show and added his part.
That was just Rich
in the studio. That's really good.
Trying to describe a problem he was having with his computer at his house.
Amazon Unbox.
Yeah. and he couldn't do it. And then having him with the phone sound effect calling Radio Shack. Classic. God damn, that was very funny.
Very good.
Very fucking funny, man.
Back to Danny. Camel pussy?
Man,
wow, you got dromedary, camel, vagina?
Well, I got it because I'm going to have to get a little deeper than just camel.
Yeah, you
all
get
right,
deeper.
Blue
in
Healer
that
from
camel
Kentucky
vagina.
might help you. Danny, to find camel vagina, just use their genus.
Well, that's kind of where I
was going there.
Camelus bactrianus.
Oh.
Camelus
I bet
bactrianus.
2 pictures in is a woman's pussy.
Camelus bactrianus.
Vagina.
Oh, see.
No. Wow. No one's taken a picture of a camel cunt and put it up online?
What's wrong
Jesus.
with these people?
Come on, people. You're
camel
sick.
porn.
Camel porn. It shows more camel toes.
I'm getting closer.
Oh, it's 2 camels fucking.
All right.
Having a good time, those camels. Camel toe. A lot of camel toe.
Yeah, that's going to be the hardest part.
Because
Boy, that's tough.
they know what people want. And it really isn't camel vagina.
Wait.
Oh,
there's a camel's toe. That's a real toe
It's a bad
of a
angle.
camel.
Oh boy,
dude! Can't I just find you like a dog or something?
We've seen those.
We've seen the dog thing. That's old hat by now.
What about a duckbill platypus vagina?
No way.
Nope. Camel.
I would actually like to see that though.
I'm gonna find it.
Camel.
That's
But I'm
a
not
rough
gonna
one.
do it.
Camel vagina. You did that.
I know.
already.
I
Come
know.
on.
I know. Hang on.
That's a tough one. Oh, he's
Put
going
in
down the website.
put in camel snot box.
They'll show its nose because they do tend to spit and snot on everything.
But maybe no.
Camel anus. And then you might get a side picture. Might get if you put camel anus in.
Yeah.
you might get a vagina picture just by
Yeah,
looking
I like that.
a little further down.
Camel where the poo comes out.
Wait.
No, that's from the side.
Fuck.
But you had something. Oh my God!
That's not real.
That cannot be real. That's Photoshop.
All right.
Jesus
That's an ass
Christ!
cave.
Why is there a beaver? There's like a real beaver sitting there. Come for camel anus?
This is under camel anus?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh,
This is hard. How about camel taint?
Camel pregnancy check or pregnancy test. Because I think they do the same thing with a cow and shove their hand up. So maybe you'll see.
Wait, Charlie's got something. Charlie, Virginia.
Camel birth or something. You might get a.
Ooh.
Charlie?
Camel pregnant.
I'm here.
All right, what do you got?
Dromedary pussy.
Dromedary pussy.
I think
you
he
tried
had that.
dromedary?
I had dromedary.
Yeah,
You did dromedary?
before.
Fuck.
Wow, this is hard.
Chad's saying try female camel reproductive organ.
Did it work?
Wait.
All right, wait.
That's a woman.
Camel, it was?
Oh, yeah, I know. She's bent in half
okay,
or
I see
something.
now, yeah.
Oh.
That's it.
All right,
I
hold
think
on. We might have it, Charlie.
Is a baby camel coming out of it?
Hang on.
That's close, but I want unfettered camel pussy.
Look, man.
Unfettered.
You'll take what he finds you.
That's true.
All right, let's zoom into that fucking thing.
All right, there's some afterbirth coming out.
That's gonna
be a baby camel coming out of there. That's a baby camel coming out. You can't really
Either
see.
that or it's a camel hemorrhoid.
Big roid.
It's a big camel roid.
Well, I think that was only page 1.
All right, let's keep going.
So hang on.
Danny's the master.
Camel insemination coming in from Chris from the Poconos.
Oh.
Insemination.
You put anything with camel, you're going to get fucking camel toe pictures, I bet.
All right.
No, showing
least a
baby
lot of camels.
And there's a camel toe at the bottom of the page. You can't go one page without a fucking chick showing her camel toe.
Wow, man. Fuck, we might have been stumped for the first time on this show.
Wow. Hot fucking pictures, though, on there.
Yeah.
I mean, the camels. Camel mating? That's,
Footer's got an idea.
Yeah.
Footer really has a good idea. Footer?
Hey, what's up, guys? Just, I'm a sweet boy. How about, dirty camel cunt?
Oh, yes.
Later, boy.
Watch it works. That's the same part.
No, of course, when it comes up, it's all camel toes.
All right.
The camel toe is very popular.
Did you go with genitalia? Female camel genitalia?
Anything
coming in?
with camels.
Dick Richards from New York, thank you.
Camel and pussy is just going to be fucking... Why would genitalia show camel faces? Oh, second one in.
What?
Is that one? Next to that guy?
That's a human one.
That's human?
I think it's all...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
Ew, why is it
That's not a camel.
stitched shut?
How do you know?
Because that's ass cheeks right there.
That's
That's
you're right. I can't tell a woman's vagina from a camel's. It was too close up. The picture was too close up. Isn't that terrible?
Yeah, that's not doing the trick, man.
I was playing a game this weekend called Meat or Pussy.
Meat
or pussy.
Mm-hmm. And how did you play?
Close-up picture, and you have to decide if it's meat
or
pussy.
or pussy.
And then you guess. I forgot which site.
It's fun.
And somebody gave me that one on Twitter. I don't remember your name. I'm sorry. It was worth a chuckle for about 2 minutes.
Danny's trying. He's in a brief history of camels right now on a educational website.
Camel urethra is coming in, and let's go to Gus in Boston.
Camel vulva.
Gus, in the middle of running the Boston Marathon. Go ahead, Gus.
Hey, I'm thinking necropsy or autopsy.
Necropsy.
Why?
Yeah.
Dead camel.
Why not?
Yeah, but I figure.
What's that?
I don't think it's a camel.
It's like it's been hit with a shotgun.
Photos.
Holy fuck.
That's a camel from the Bronx.
Oh, god damn. Don't even fucking hit that. That's a prolapse.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Are you
frustrated?
Are you admitting defeat?
No.
That's,
No.
Someone's saying that we're stumped every time we try to do math. Well, that's true, too, Dave. Dave C. in New York City.
Math or camel vaginas.
Yeah.
Very, very, birth of female camel. All right, I see that on YouTube, but it's not a picture. We need a picture of just a camel's vagina. Don't fuck around with us.
Should we go with baby maker? Camels.
You tried vulva would be the same thing because that's what makes up the camel toe.
Someone's saying camel pee.
Camel
That ain't gonna work.
No.
Fuck.
Wow, this is hard. My God. Oh, I'm sorry. Y-E-R. There you go. I'll take care of your boredom.
Did we go with perineum?
There you go.
You guys just want to look at some horse pussy, or?
No, we've done that.
Cows?
Steve in Ohio, try camel perineum.
Perineum. It's a sexy word.
It sure is.
Camel taint. No,
that's a hair lip.
Well. Oh God. Look, here, I'm
I might
tapping.
have to tap out.
That's it?
too.
I'm tapping.
I don't know. Give me some more time.
By tomorrow?
I'll do my best to after my nap. I'll continue the search for camel vaginas.
Danny's gonna run out to the Long Island Game Farm and just snap a picture of a camel's cunt and fucking
put
bring
it on
it in.
photo bucket. And
Yeah,
just
put
end
it on
it all.
photo bucket. Look, I got one.
I got one. Fuck. That's hard to find.
Yep. What do you say?
What?
What do you say?
What? You want to go home?
I'm saying.
You calling it in?
I got fucking.
Dan's calling it?
I got workout.
I got fucking sleep. I gotta get back to bed.
Mondays are the toughest workout because it's, after the weekend and you're like.
You should work out on the weekends a little bit. A little extra.
No.
No?
I like my 2 days of doing abso-fucking-lutely nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Monday you're back again.
Yeah. Damn. All right, I guess we'll call it without seeing the camel's vagina.
Well,
But a lot of treats
Hey,
in there.
Sarah.
A lot of nice camel toes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That's it then?
That's it. We'll be back tomorrow. Don't fret, people. Don't cry. No, don't do that. Don't do that.
What happened?
I'm a single successful guy.
What happened?
High school's almost over.
Jimmy's
It's
back
time we
tomorrow.
start seeing other people.
Jimmy's back tomorrow. Colin Quinn tomorrow.
Yep. Colin.
And more of this tomorrow.
Oh my God.
Tomorrow.
Oh, jeez.
Tomorrow. And I hate Danny for finding that.
Very special birthday tomorrow. Also,
no.
Stay tuned. Gonna have a big party here in the studio. What? Oh, I thought we were gonna have a cake.
Tomorrow's an evil day. Evil
Why?
day.
You know how well that would fit on a cake? Let me look. A round cake with.
My sister's really good at decorating cakes.
You just kind of get you get 6 log cakes and just kind of make it yourself.
Oh, you can do that. Yeah. 6 log cakes and
Hold it.
Yeah.
Hold it. Do I have camel pussy coming on my Twitter?
No way.
No, that's the one we found. The black one?
Dummy.
No.
No way.
Camels aren't black,
Camel
are they?
pussy.
Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. That looks like balls. Look.
Well, you got camel pussy over there?
I don't know. What does that look like?
Oh, my God. Jesus. Was that last year we made cupcakes?
Oh, I think that was 2 years ago.
Was that 2 years ago or was that last year?
I don't remember.
I'm just saying. Cupcakes might have been made.
Are you serious?
Was that was last year? Yeah. I know, I'm verbally chatting. Yes. That was a good cupcake.
That was good cupcakes. Fucking weirdo. That was good
Those
cupcakes.
are good cupcakes. God damn. They were funny.
All right. Yeah. No one could find this fucking thing yet.
No, that's a tough one.
All right. We'll figure it out for tomorrow. That's camel balls.
Big balls.
Of course they have camel balls all over the internet, though, right? Of course. God. That's some big fucking
Double
balls.
fucking standard, man.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Danny's still trying.
Oh my God.
Animal vaginas. We kind of went down that road.
The old dirt road. Oh, is that a horse?
Yeah, horse.
Yeah, of course.
Horses are easy.
Yeah.
You can put your whole fist in there.
Apparently they are. Literally, very easy.
All right, Charles, get us the fuck out of
Alrighty,
here.
man. Later. We'll see you tomorrow.